the only person below White Holiday in the Comicsgate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sametti. The YouTube WyzGyz. How you doing, Conrad? Welcome to the show.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. Not that freaky little hand. No.
A strong hand.
Oh my gosh, not that hand.
Yes. Take my hand.
That kind of freaks me out, man.
Not my other hand. It's much too weak. A strong hand.
Remind me again where you found that.
I used to work at Michael's, and somebody, like, a bunch of body parts came in this little vial, like those silicone body parts, and somebody stole a couple of them or returned them, and they were on clearance or something, like, and we had to throw them away. So I kept it, and I have the other hand, but it's the same hand. Like, it's just it's more tan is all. It's still the left one, so I don't even know where it is. But, there was like 2 feet, a nose. I just threw the other ones away. I'm like, those are kind of dumb. But the hand, I like the hand.
What if you need backups? When this one falls apart, you know?
This one would be fine. The other one's away. I'm like, those are kind of, this one's fine.
Hello.
I don't know. You might be regretting it down the road.
No. You only need the one. I have 3 hands now. So.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. This one, and then these 2.
What?
I have these 2 hands.
Oh.
And then I have this one.
Yeah, but you need like a collection of small hands.
No, you don't need a collection. You only need the one.
Small hand Luke.
It makes everything bigger.
No, true. Yeah.
That's very true.
Man, holy cow. So how have you been, man?
All right, man. This month is... What's that?
How's life treating you?
Not bad. This month's been pretty crazy. With like, let alone last month, Lola, because I've been on Lola's channel almost, every stream, and she goes pretty late. So last month she streamed like every day, but like maybe 3 of them. And this month she streams every day, but Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I try to do all of those because I'm kind of like the unofficial co-host. So I try to get on those, and she goes pretty late. And then plus with Frega June, I've been trying to get in as many of those as I can.
I know,
plus topic lists, plus, jumping on show streams here and there. It's been a crazy month, man. Not as many show streams as I would have liked, but yeah, it's been pretty crazy, man. How about you?
It's been busy, but it's mainly trying to balance this work from home job, and it's kind of interesting. I mean, I do save the time I normally would spend on the commute, and it's great not to have to go to an office,
right?
And it's great not to have to waste money on gas. But I don't know. I guess it feels like it's like double the sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm a gamer. I'm a YouTuber. Everything I do is, computers. Everything I do is sedentary in nature. So
yeah, I mean, you get slight human interaction in this regard, but it's not actual human interaction. So yeah.
I mean, as much as I like some of my coworkers, I don't particularly mind not having the physical human-to-human interaction.
Right.
I'm perfectly fine in a chat room.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it either. To me, that's the goal. Well, the comic is the goal, and obviously, if that were the case, yeah, I'd be constantly just at home. Mm-hmm. Working and drawing, and except for going out to eat here and there, that would be about it.
Out of curiosity, since you fulfilled a campaign, and you are in the middle of a second campaign, has anything changed in terms of your art setup at your home? You share it with other people. So have you taken up more space? Have you confiscated someone else's area for your own?
No, actually, I migrated completely into my bedroom because during the first campaign, it was really hard for me to get onto streams and chill and stuff like that because there was always somebody awake, and I was out in the living room where the TV is. A couple people sleep. You know, even if it's late at night, there's somebody up making noises. So it would be hard to stream. It'd be hard to get on streams to like promote my book and everything like that. So after a while, I ended up moving my computer into my bedroom. And after some troubleshooting of like Wi-Fi issues and getting like, you know, doggles like to extend my connection and everything, I finally got a decent setup. Everything's a little more confined now because I'm kind of in one room, and I still have people that sleep in the next room. And the only thing, there's a wall, but there's also one of those sliding doors that's like, you know, those thin sliding doors, you know, with that wood. Yeah, so I mean, you sometimes don't draw a little late in live stream because my art table's over there, but I will do digital stuff in live stream because my computer faces the other way, and when you talk away from something, it's not as loud. So I still do, like, I still will draw when I'm on like Lola's because I got to work in the book, and when I'm on Lola, she goes from Eastern time, she goes like 1:45 to anywhere up to like 4:45, you know. Yeah, so it could be a 2-hour stream, it could be like a 4 hours, it all depends. But if I'm working, I just talk a little quieter sometimes, or I don't talk much, and they're like, Jason, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm working. I'm like, I have a comment here and there. But yeah, so that's like what's changed is that I mainly migrated into my bedroom. So now I mean, you might hear the dryer now and then, you might hear a door close because of where I am, but there's a side door that the screen door slams shut, like it like shakes the whole room, you know, like, kind of like that. So yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, I usually can catch it in time if it's like I'm on like Maylands or somebody who like he does not he whenever he's promoting people, background noises like throw him off. I think like it's just it seems a little. I think he views them as being a little unprofessional. So I try to mute. There was a infamous incident I had of like I thought I muted and I burped and I didn't hit the mute button. And he's like, what was that? Like he kind of got angry, and I don't blame him. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. Like I apologize profusely. And I'm glad Jimmy Reyes was on there because he kind of backed me up. He's like, Jason's good people and stuff like that. So. But yeah, it was funny. But yeah, so like there was the occasional noise here and there, but it's not. I could at least do things now, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a little more streamlined. I kind of wish my setup, the room setup I even had, like the way I could configure it, like have my computer and my art table right next to it, and I just can't with the way things are. It kind of has to be this layout.
Huh.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I could move my bed to the other side of the wall, and then but it's a lot of just integrating and moving, and even then, I don't know how much it would help. I would have to have some like I'd probably let people in easier if I like set out a link, but I wouldn't still be able to read the chat. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have to run wire since you have your computer set up for streaming and your art's set up on the other side? Do you have wires running to both?
Well, the only
cameras and stuff.
The only thing I have is an extra webcam. You can probably see it way back there. It's on a gooseneck. Yeah, it's on the gooseneck over there. There's an iPad. It's like right next to it.
Oh yeah.
So the gooseneck has an USB extender. That's it though. Everything else, there's another outlet over there for me to plug in. But if I really wanted to, I can actually use my iPad as a webcam, and just it'll connect with Epicam. It's the app that you have. It's not the best though, so I like to having that webcam there. And it's
is that software that allows you to mirror whatever your well, let me see. Is Epicam where it mirrors whatever you have on your iPad to your live stream or whatever?
No, it just turns the camera into a webcam.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Now I thought it also had a microphone. Like I thought, but I guess it didn't. So it went through my Bluetooth, I think, which was a little.
Really?
Yeah, it was a little different. I don't know. It was weird, but yeah. So I have 3 webcams now because I've been trying to upgrade here and there. Like I'm using the good one for the res. I'm using the slightly downgraded one for the microphone, just because if I hold something up, and this tries to autofocus, you might hear the zooming. You know, it might click, click. So I use the other one for the microphone. Then I use that one just for art streams, like I did in Fragajune.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Welcome, Lakeem.
Yo, Lakeem, what's up? Yeah, he did a great Savage Land Rogue. So everyone go follow Lakeem on Twitter.
Oh man, I saw some of the images. I totally missed that stream because I was on doing one of my streams.
That's fine, man. You can always watch the replay.
Yeah, what I was thinking of doing is, I don't know if I'll do it this weekend, but I might, so it's not too far after June. I was thinking of taking all the chosen topics that you all drew on Fragajune and catch up in one single long stream and do, all right, the first image they drew on Frigajune was this. All right, so I'm going to draw this for 1 hour. 1 hour starts now.
So you're going to do the actual time limit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And then transition to the next image. All right, the hour's up. Here's what the finished product looks like. And all right, what did they have for Frigajune image 2? All right, it was this.
So
all right.
You're gonna have like a solid 3, 4, 12, actually like 13 hours of streaming to do, because the last one was a 2-hour stream. So, and I mean I might even be off by a couple hours because there was a off day, I guess, with like Friday is not, you know what I mean. So yeah, about 13 hours of a stream.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy, man.
If I get through it.
Yeah,
I've done a couple 16-hour streams, so.
Oh wow, man! No way.
I have it. I know how it feels,
dude. After 3, I start to get a little exhausted, depending on like what's happening. But after 3, I'm like, yeah. At 3, once 3.5 hits, I'm like, I'm kind of done, guys. It might start to trickle off to another half hour, but yeah, dude, I can't do 16 hours. I can't do that. No way.
Well, it's like I'll get tired, but then I'll push through it anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's that thing.
Like I hit that second win.
Yeah.
And then the third win.
Yeah, once you break through that wall, you know, you can kind of just keep going in a way. Yeah. You get like your 18th wind. You're like,
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You ever see these, man? You know what makes me really upset? I don't see if this will focus. Is this? I don't know if it'll
Hold
focus.
on, let me zoom in on this. Oh, Cracker Jack.
Yeah, but these are the same in every box. It's always the stupid prize inside arcade, and you open it and you get like a stupid scanner code that you scan.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, that you can play a game on your app on your phone. It's like
no.
Yeah, dude, they don't have actual prizes at all anymore. Like, this is it.
Oh, stupid.
This is what kids get. You don't get a stupid ring. You don't even get stick-on tattoos. Nothing.
That's
you get this
BS.
garbage, man. It's the most infuriating thing ever. I love Cracker Jacks. So first off, they need to put more nuts in that bag.
Yeah, they do.
Everybody likes nuts.
Yeah, for
in
sure.
Their mouth. Bag nuts. But yeah, no, they need to put more nuts in there, and they need to stop this. They need to put actual prizes in there because that's infuriating.
We got to start a campaign and, tell Cracker Jack where it's at.
That's right, man. It prizes is where it's at. Actual objects is where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, you get that blast of instant gratification once you find it.
And not only that, there's way better games you can get for free. So why bother with the stupid Cracker Jack one? Dumb.
True. Lakeem says, appreciate that, Jason.
Oh, yeah, anytime, brother. Yeah, he's a good artist.
I really dig all the stuff everyone was drawing on the Fragajune.
Everyone killed it, man. It was crazy.
I was hoping to participate in all of them. Watch along.
Right.
Because you only have so many guests you could have on.
Yeah, I had to jump out a couple times.
But it's like, man, it wasn't jiving with my schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky. It did fit with mine, kinda. A lot of it's a lot because, like I said, I was streaming so much throughout all the week and ignoring the family almost. But I didn't hit every one of them. There was a couple I missed out on. But I could start, as you know, I could start streaming pretty much at 9. Like that's my good time because I can get home, get like about 8:15. I'm kind of settled in, and then I can eat. And by that time, it's almost 9 o'clock. So like 9 is my sweet time. 9:30 worked perfectly tonight actually because I had to fill something out online. So yeah, so I finished like 9:27 or something like that. So I was like, all right, I'm not late. But yeah,
nice.
But 9 o'clock is my sweet spot, and that's when he started his streams was 9 o'clock. So so I looked out.
Yeah, that worked out really well. Yeah. It's good to see you kicking ass on there.
Yeah, and thanks, man. Yeah, and also what I really liked about the Frigga June, you had a lot of different people come in than you did from Fragtober. That was last time. I loved it last time. You got to see all the heavy hitters come in, and just slay and just these beautiful pieces of art. But we had totally different. We had Irene come in, Matt Barr, Play Gold, Boob Dan Art, Luke, Death Metal Hero. I'm gonna forget people. And it was just fantastic to see all these fresh faces on there.
Yeah,
just crushing it.
Yeah, I thought it was a blast.
And that's why I really love Frigga's channel. He's very open, and he just wants to make great, cool art, and he wants to encourage that creativity. So he'll have you on and just draw and talk, and it's a fun time, man. And that's what I kind of go for a little bit in my my channel as well. I kind of emulate it. I try to emulate it, but yeah, I like that he gives us lower guys, a shot.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the favorite things about his channel, that he'll occasionally drop the link and allow people to hop in and hang out for a few with him.
Yeah. I mean, I get it why people don't, because it is a little dangerous, but Frigga can handle it. He's kind of smooth like that and very accepting, and he's just down to talk about almost anything. So, but he's just more willing to do it, and I think that's cool, man. That's like I said, I understand the guys that don't do it. I'm not slighting them, but I think it's cool, and I think every once in a while, EVS used to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on his channel a couple times because of it, but and actually I met Lord Finatra that way, and Danger Vanessa.
Oh,
I met Danger Vanessa on Shane's channel. He dropped the link in the chat once. And that's where I first met Danger Vanessa. I didn't realize it till a couple months ago. I'm like, I met her on Shane's. I was like, accidentally. And Lord Finatra, I met him on I believe it was EBS or it was Malin. One of the two. They dropped a link in the chat. Oh, maybe it was Cecil. Cecil, it might have been. I don't know. It was so long ago, man. And then EBS did jump on. Either way, I know he was there. But yeah, and I got on EBS's. He was trying to talk. He was just talking in general. He's like, I'm gonna drop. It was really late at night. My computer was out in the living room, so I had to kind of talk quieter because people were sleeping. And I'm like, oh please, nobody just make a bunch of don't come in and turn on the TV, please. So, but yeah, it was fun, man. And he actually kept me on. It was fun. I had a good time.
Oh,
yeah. So it's cool when they do that.
I haven't had that honor just yet.
I got lucky. Yeah, I got lucky.
Let's see here. Hey, Hex Allen.
Yo, what up, Hex?
Hey, congrats on hitting 3K on your
campaign. Nice, dude. Congrats, man.
Closed out last night. I just pulled up Nephilim Squadron, and it shows that it is officially closed.
Oh, I was going to drop like another 5K into that book.
Oh man.
Darn it. If only he stayed open a couple more days.
Yeah, what up with that?
I don't know. I don't know why he didn't talk to me first.
Oh man, another 5K.
Oh, look at this, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. It's nice to cross over there. You know what that means?
fulfillment soon.
Well, yeah, there's that. But
Did he hit another stretch goal?
he did.
Ooh. Ooh, the Jay Krager card.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Krager's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to his statues.
Oh, dude, yeah, I got the Daedra or the whatever, the villain, the Loki head. The Loki head.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that.
That's cool.
I can't wait for that. Yeah.
That is so cool.
And he has the secret tier variant cover on my campaign.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, if you signed up on the email, I sent you the link for that.
All right, I'm gonna have to double check on that.
Well, I hope everybody got that link anyway. But I might have to. I send it out a couple times, usually, like once a month.
I try and get in on all the email lists.
Did you get it?
I don't remember.
I'll send it to you in the private thing. So I know you're signed up. So you signed up on the email.
I should be.
I'm sure you are. I can look, but I'll send you the secret perk link.
Hopefully. Otherwise, I missed out, and we'll just have to get the regular one.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping the links to Absolute Book.
Oh, hail to Absolute.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my next project, actually.
Absolute.
Absolute is the parody book.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the parody book to Absolute. Yeah.
You're teaming up with Don Chen.
Yeah.
Press.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
It's gonna be awesome.
Awesome.
Hey, people bust my chops when I misspell stuff.
Welcome, Ananui. Hi.
Hey, what up?
What up, Hicks? I always seem to miss the opportunity to hop on a Frega stream.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't dropped a link in the chat in a long time.
Thanks for hanging in there with me. Oh, no problem, man. I got there as soon as I could. I didn't expect my previous stream to last as long as it did. But I hopped in there and chilled on, I wanted to give Hex more watch hours as well while I was there. So I stayed. It was going to be until 3 a.m. Eastern, which is typically when the campaigns close.
Right.
But they kept going. I was able to stay up until like 4 a.m.
Oh, wow, man.
And then I had to call it quits.
Yep.
I'm
gonna apologize to you, Hex. I did stop by. I saw you all were having a chat about something that was a little morose and downtrodden in a way. So I was like, yeah, I'm not in that headspace. So I kind of started my own stream. But to be fair, I started my stream because Lola couldn't do her After Dark stream, and I don't stream much. But I did back your campaign, dude. So you have that.
Was the idea that since Lola couldn't do her stream, you were going to do a Lola After Dark on your channel?
That wasn't the deal. I was just like, you know what? Lola's not streaming. I could give it an opportunity to do a live stream because I haven't in a little bit on my own channel. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. It was good. Had on Boob Dan. We had on Anthony, Dark Gift Comics. Clayton Barton.
Nice.
Eagle Rider. And I'm forgetting one of them, and I'm feeling horrible about it right now. Oh, Hockey.
Hockey too.
Yeah, Hockey too. First time he jumped on. So that was awesome. So my apologies, Hex. I just, like I said, when I stopped, you had people in there anyway. You were fine.
Yeah, I was quite impressed. You had a good crew in there. You had, I'm trying to remember them all. Well, I don't remember them all. It was, damn, what's the name of that? What's the name of their group or collaborative team?
656?
No. When I got there, Tank Ferret was there.
Oh, okay.
And, he had, I guess, one of his fellow team members. Hex will be able to say. I can't remember people's names very well unless I've repeated it 20 times in a row. Hex says, I'll update the page soon. Kind of burned out from the 8-hour stream.
Jeez, man, that's crazy.
Man, good job,
you're
man.
a monster. Yeah, congratulations, man.
And
I'm proud of you, dude.
that was cool. That I guess he was on the other guy's channel, but he was still simulcasting to his channel. Yeah, so I think he did something similar to what uh, uh, Piper and Pops Van Zant. They've got a new show, so you can simulcast to both people's channels at once, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I was kind of in and out from 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So I hear you.
Yeah, 4 hours is pretty. I could get it by with 5, 4, and I'm pushing it. You know. Yeah.
My body always wants 8 or 9.
Oh, my body wants 13, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But it was like, okay. Yeah, but I needed to be up this morning because I was streaming.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I saw you launch a stream. Yeah, when I woke up to use the restroom.
yeah, that was Octopus Cowboy.
Cool, man.
That was cool. Looking forward to backing that. Yeah, so you know how you were describing your art style, how you, if I remember correctly, and go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong, because my memory sucks. You'll do like the blue lines on the tablet, and then you'll print them off, excuse me, onto bristle board, then do the inks, traditional, and any mixed medium, throw in some color, things like that, and then you'll scan it back in to be added as a page for your book.
Well, I can actually show you here because I'm working on my process right now. So let me share my screen here.
Oh, sweet.
Share. We will hit the buttons. Window. Share the window. All right. So, I mean, I deleted a slight bit of it, the underdrawing, but I don't blue line it because I can't see blue line. My pages have blue line for when I scan it back in to do lettering. I could zoom in enough to see the blue line for bounding boxes and where to put like stuff, safe zones for printing. But this is actually a little more detailed than what I'm going to print it at. But this is as detailed as I get when I draw it in digitally. I just do like the basic outline, the basic placeholder. Like I do a couple layouts in a way. Like, see, I'm starting to lay her out again.
Okay.
And then I'll clean her up a little bit so it's just like the line art. And then I do print it out even with that blue line on there. So my blue line is still on there. Or yeah. Well, did I turn that? I turned that layer off.
Because it's really going to be covered in ink anyway.
Oh, pretty much. Well, the blue line is going to get cut off completely. But see, so I do have my blue line on there. You know, so whenever I print it, the blue line gets printed with it. So, but then yeah, I'll do all my cross hatching, all like the detail, all the folds and the like all the heavier work will be done traditionally. So it's like a 80% traditional and about a 20% digital piece. So, and like then yeah, I'll scan it back in. I'll get rid of the blue line, you know, and maybe add some halftone patterns like some zipatone. You know, to add some more shadow and depth. But so yeah, so you have a traditional comic page that you can buy. It's not a one-off print, and I do have one-off prints, but it's not a one-off print. It's an actual penned page, and I even also still do go over like this will be a little cleaner, but I do also go over like the stuff I do digitally anyway. Sometimes when I'm inking it, like to thicken it up or make areas stand out a little more. So there's a lot more traditional in it than what people might think. But like the way I'm doing actually these ones here, I can actually pull up another one. The way I'm doing, I kind of had a mindset on of this. I'll open this one. So like this one is the first page or one of the pages. of that where it's a lot of this is just traditional like cross hatching and detail, and like I think I added stuff in that wasn't there.
That's so cool.
Nice, man. Yeah, I have a lot of fun doing it. And it's not actually how the book started out either. Wasn't as heavy-handed. I kind of my style changed a little bit going in. Like if you can see this, like here's the first page to the first issue. It's not as, you know what I mean? It's more just hard shadow.
Right.
And I naturally draw like this, like like this. Over there, yeah, take me full screen.
Oh.
That's pretty much how I draw right there. Like I'm heavily influenced by C.M. Keith and Todd McFarlane and Jonathan Wayshek. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He's fantastic. But yeah, a lot of those guys, Dale Keown, who did a lot of that noodling. So it just starts to come out eventually. I can't help it. But I wanted a more Jay Lee feel to it in the beginning, like a Frank Miller, Jay Lee vibe. And it just started mutating. And plus they're in battle, so there's going to be a lot. But the way I inked this one was with a nib, with dipping the nib in and scratching. That's the way. And so, but this page here, it's more calm. It's more serene. There's not action. It's just a setting and like a setting piece in a way. I'm actually using microns on those, which are a lot cleaner. You don't get as messy. So there's a little bit of it's not as gritty. There's a slight transition there that I think it might give off in the long run. I'll see if it pays off. But I don't know what this is. Oh, that's just from the underdrawing. But yeah. So yeah, this will be a traditional page. It's just there's no blue line because I just can't see it. So I can't, like, that's why I have trouble drawing in pencil whenever like I was on the Frege streams and stuff. I would pencil out some stuff, but it would often veer off a little bit from those pencils because I can see them, but not. It's like a tricky way to go about it. So it's easier for me to do digital first, print it, and then just traditional it up and make it the way I definitely want.
Now, when you were on Frege's streams, weren't you jumping into inks pretty early on in the process?
There were some I didn't. Yeah, just jumped right on an ink. Okay, let's say there was times where it was like, who did I do? A Terminator was a good one, which actually sold. But I had 10 minutes because I jumped in late.
Right.
So I was like, what are we drawing? They're like Savage Terminators or female battle damage Terminator. I'm like, all right, well, how much time we got? Like 10 minutes. I'm like, okay. So I just started just pushing ink around. And, I just going in and just placing where an eye would be with some half a skull. Like I was just real quickly doing stuff. And people loved it, man. But the reason why that works is because it's kind of an artistic illustration at that point. It's not really a full-on comic illustration, but an artistic version of that subject.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, whenever like I do like the Test Your Might streams where they're just all it's a half hour because I was kind of influenced by Frege's earlier Instagram post of him timing just his sketches. They were 30 minutes and he would just sketch something and he would finish. And his are obviously like he's been doing it for 30 years. He's a pro. So his are obviously like, tighter and stuff like that. But I do a half hour of just whatever. I don't pre-plan it. So I just go straight ink. And whatever happens, happens. And that kind of does help. So it helped with those instances where I was on Frege's stream and he's like, all right, you got about 20 minutes, Jason, you're late. So I'm like, okay, so I just will quickly do like an artistic version of what that subject might be.
Yeah.
I did a similar to a couple of them. The Terminator one worked out, was one of the better ones that worked out that way. But yeah.
You said you already sold it? Was there another auction that happened recently?
No. I tell everybody, if you see something that I did that you like, hit me up on Twitter. Odds are likely you're gonna get it for cheaper than you could in an auction. If you ask me right up, because I mean, not only I don't devalue my work at all. I mainly want the fans to have a good product, at a decent price. It's mainly for the fans. Like people are like, oh, like if I sell like a bigger piece for like $50, first off, I know how much time it took me to do it. I know what was involved in doing it. And yeah, I have the 20 years or 30 years of back artist experience, but I'm just talking about that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So if I sell like a a piece that took me a half hour, if I sell that for, you know, $30, you know, I'm making a very good profit. You know what I mean? So in the long run of schemes, because it doesn't take me, you know, I don't get paid that much per hour. I wish I did. I don't, you know, so some people do things a different way. Now there are some pieces that I sold that took me an hour that were just highly detailed and I just nailed them. Those were higher prices when I sold them outright. Some took me took more time, but weren't as detailed and weren't as like, you know, in there. So they sold for less. So it just all goes based on my standing of how it is. So the odds are, like, if you see a sketch I do or a Frag of June or anything like that, I've had a couple people hit me up already about a couple pieces that are kind of sold. So yeah, just if some people see something I like that's just a sketch or a drawing, hit me up. I'll sell it. Maybe the odds are pretty good. There's a couple I've done where I'm like, I just can't right now. I can't. So yeah, but yeah, always. And I say to everybody, if you see any artist, actually, like if you see Joe Sontak draw a killer piece, hit him up. Be like, hey, man, are you selling that? He might be like, yeah, sure, man. It's money. We like it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, Death Pusher, what's up, man?
How's it going, Death Pusher? Sup. Welcome, Eric McIntyre. Hi.
Yo, hail, Eric McIntyre.
Hey.
Yeah.
Absolute Book 2 is absolutely fabulous.
I don't think he's doing it on purpose at all now.
Jason is good people and has an enjoyable channel. That's true.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. We try to entertain. That's what the entertainment part is.
You know, one of the things that I actually really enjoyed about your channel is that when you were still a young channel, you were in the beginning stages, because of where your art desk was located, you know, you would speak softly as you drew.
Well, yeah. It depends. Sometimes I still do that if I like every now and then. I haven't done it in a while because I haven't been live streaming anyway. But like I'll put on that piano music and I'll just talk a little quieter. Just talk a little. Here you go. Oh, this is nice. Like every now and then I'll do it. But I haven't done a live stream in a while of just drawing. So yeah.
It's kind of like the Bob Ross effect.
Yeah. And I'd usually be drawing like a monster or something hideous.
Yeah, but it was cool, you know, watching you draw and stuff like that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I want to do more. It's just tricky having the work hours that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, if I was off during the day, I can easily just start up a live stream at 2 p.m. You know, that would be fine. But getting home at like 8 o'clock and not really do anything till 9, a lot of people start streaming at 9. So, or 8 or, you know, whatever. So I'm like, well, if I stream, everybody else is streaming. So that's why I'm usually jumping into streams, just because it almost defeats the purpose of me streaming on my own channel when everybody else is all these other viewers. Even if they have like 5 and it's like my regular 5, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll just jump into that chat, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I make decisions similar to that.
Yeah.
And,
well, I like that you actually do stream though, because like, let's say, like even me, like let's say Ethan's streaming, and Ricada Law, and I don't know, Shane, who I actually really like and like to check out his channel. I don't mind having like, you know, you, me, Lola, somebody else going, because those big guys do tend to talk a lot about the same thing usually. Like you kind of know what to expect. Like Shane, you know to expect some kind of fun, wacky entertainment, and that's great. Yeah. That's why I like watching his streams.
Yeah, I love Shane.
Yeah, and some insider business stuff. He always gives out like he'll talk about that a lot. It's cool. With EBS, you know you're going to get the inside scoop on what's happening in the media, what's happening in social justice warriors, or who's getting attacked in CG, and it's useful information. But you know what to expect. Ricada Law, you know what it is. So if you have like one of your channels where you're like, hey, let's just go to Walmart now. Awesome, man. I want to take a trip too, you know? You know, or you got Lola's channel where we're talking about, you know, debauchery and, you know, 5th grade level mentality type, you know, subject matters. it's it's just silly and fun and kind of adult oriented, but in a childlike manner, So I think it's fun to have those different kind of streams, even if we're competing against the big dogs.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, us smaller guys do have to put out content still.
Yeah. See, I just don't like streaming against my fellow non-big dog people. Then I'm like, oh man. Yeah, I'm like, I did start up a stream with, like I said, Hex was streaming, but he already had 4 or 5 people on. He was doing well. I'm like, I could have dropped in and said, hey, but I kind of wanted to start one up, and because Lola was out of town, and I was like, you know what, I'll at least do one. And I haven't done a live one since last Tuesday, or no, a while before that. But anyway. Yeah, so I was like, I'll do one, and it was fun. So, but once again, people could have bounced back and forth from Hex's to mine, and it's still fine. It's still cool,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fault each other
No.
for streaming at the same time because everyone's bound by their particular schedule.
Right.
So whenever they can fit in their videos and streams, you do it. Do it when you can.
Yeah.
Welcome, Sugar Chris.
Yo, what up, Sugar Chris? How's it going, man?
What's up?
Another regular over on Lola's chat.
Yeah, Lola's a good.
Yeah.
She's a good streamer. I like.
Oh, she is. Yeah.
I like her channel, and you guys have good conversations.
We try every now and then. They can get a little in the toilet, but in a humorous way. But no, Sugar Chris has a good channel too, though. Like he actually just was, from what I heard, like Irene was on his, one of the first channels was his, and she's fantastic. I love Irene.
Oh
yeah,
man. I was gonna say I love
Fiendish. Yeah. Yeah, she's great. She's a fantastic artist. She's bubbly. She's got that personality that you kind of want in your stream, you know. So, yeah, and then I discovered her campaign through Frog G because on Twitter I saw him tweet it out. I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. Fiendish. I'm like, that sounds cool. And that's whenever I was like, oh wow, this person's really good.
Yeah, I think I heard about it through some of these channels.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been Lola's channel, might have been yours. I'm not sure, but I started hearing the name Fiendish being mentioned.
Yeah,
actually, I think it was Lola's. Come to think of it,
it might have been.
And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to hear a lot of murmurs, a lot of people mentioning this book called Fiendish. So I probably better check it out. And boy. Yeah, I'm glad I did.
Yeah, she's fantastic, man. And I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, Frog G, like he tweeted it out, and actually, yeah, when I backed her, she was under, like, I think she was at 6K.
Mm-hmm.
So she was only at $6,000.
Right.
And I'm so happy that campaign is doing so well because she, not only is she talented though, she's a good person, you know. And to me, good people deserve it. They do. Yeah. They work. She works. You can tell she works hard. Mm-hmm. You know, you can tell she knows her stuff. She knows what people like and what she likes. So yeah, and like I said, she's just fun to be around, man. You know, you're gonna have fun if Irene's on the channel. So yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was pretty spectacular. See, watching her campaign grow. She was on her own stream, kind of like towards one of the closeouts. I think it was either before the extension or before she went to In Demand, and I think it was the In Demand one. So she was doing one of her cool long ones and where she's drawing and stuff. And then I think it was Leroy who was in the chat as well. At the same time, he was live with Shane.
Oh,
so he's like, "Hey, Rini, are you interested in being on Shane's show?" It's like she wasn't familiar with Shane. It's like everyone in chat was like encouraging her. You got to do it. You got to do it.
You got to get on Shane's.
Yeah. So jumped over there, and I think she went up like 3,000 or 4,000.
Yeah, she did. I heard about that night. Yeah.
That was impressive. And did you hear She's at 25,000.
Oh, awesome! So she hit those 4 pages. She
Yeah.
got that stretch goal. Those 4,
Yeah.
we're getting 4 more pages. Nice.
Oh man, it's so cool.
It's so cool, man. Like I said, I like it when good people do well. Like Hex. Hex did really well on his first campaign.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of him.
Cross
Irene, who just came from nowhere into the scene, into the indie scene, and she deserves it. She's a good person. I think Plagle, Dan Plagle, Boob Dan Art, his book, everyone watch out for Goblin Girl, because that book is going to be amazing, and you're going to want to back that. He's going to be a contender. Like he's definitely one of the top best artists out there, in my opinion. Just because he's got style, but he's got detail and he's got speed. So he's got the trifecta.
Oh man, yeah.
Everybody's got to watch out for Plagle.
Yeah, hell yeah. Detail, speed, those are huge.
Yeah.
It's I have to agree, Goblin Girl's gonna do well.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say now?
Nah, I do it too.
Uh,
Well, that's why. Well, that brings me to mind. Like, that's why I got the people I got. Not only are they my close friends, they were some of the best friends I've gotten since I first started CG, but they're talented artists. Like, I got Dan Plagle to do a trading card. I got Christopher John, who's just fantastic to do a trading card, and Luke Alietta, Death Metal Hero. I love his style. It's like a Neil Adams vibe sometimes. It's like very classic, and I love it. And not only are they some of my best friends that I've made in this time frame, but they're also really good artists. Like, these are people got to keep an eye on, man. And I wanted to work with ink spots. I got to work with ink spots. Matt Yackey's coloring my other trading card. Like, it's awesome, and that's what I want to seek out. These Matt Yackey's been known forever, but ink spots, yeah, he's well known because of Cash Grab and Charlie's London. But man, that cat is talented, and he's a force to be reckoned with, in my opinion. I want these kind of people. Like, I would love to get Irene on my next campaign to draw a card or something like that. That'd be beautiful. There's a lot of people I'd like to hit up just because, man, there's so many great talent out there that not only is coming in, but that I just met throughout all these years. That I definitely like passion for drawing. I love his work. That dude, man, talk about detail. That guy's fantastic. I did a review on it of now I'm blanking on it. Doom Fate, and it was great, man. It was fantastic. It's not on anymore. It ended, but yeah, he's doing a coloring book next, and those things are detailed as all get out. Like, passion for drawing is fantastic. I met him, the Barton brothers. Forget about it. Like, I mean, there's just so many talented people out there, man.
Oh yeah, Preston Acevedo.
Preston, dude, he is one of the best. Like, I don't know why his channel isn't well over like 2,000 subs. It's confusing to me. Like, he's one of the best artists in CG. He's one of the most sought after artists out there. Everybody wants him on their campaign.
Yeah.
His sub count is like, what, 400 or something? I don't know. It's like something astronomically low for someone of his caliber.
No way.
He's not monetized, man.
Oh shit.
I don't get it. Everyone should go sub to Preston's channel, because to watch him draw is just a thing of beauty, man. And he has fun. He talks about great content. Mm-hmm. Oh, Six Gun Gorilla. That's what he's working on next. He took over pencils because sadly the other guy passed away. So Brian Kriskow, got Passion to and I heard Passion's even like he's kind of redoing some of the pages, but in the same manner. So he even put like after the original artist's name. So he gave the other artist credit for this work. Yeah, dude. That's character.
That's the right way to do it. Yep.
That's character.
That's
just so much. It's just crazy, man. And I'm sure there's plenty of new books that are out there that I don't even know about that have fantastic artists, fantastic writers. So it's just a growing community, man. And it's something that I don't know if it's like, who knows how long it'll last, but it's great,
Yep. Sugar Chris says, "Hey everyone, yeah, Irene is good people." Yep.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
And man, Bonds the Drive. That's a good.
Bonds is I back that. Yeah. Yeah, Nerium, she's good. Yeah.
Yeah, Nerium's cool. Yeah. So many talented folks.
Yeah. Like you said, these are the kind of people I want on my campaign, though. I love, like, yeah, I would love to get a Shane Davis card or Evie. Like, yeah, that would be cool, but there's artists out there that aren't fully known well enough yet, even by, like, me, that I would love to get on my campaign and get them while they're young and get them before they blow up and I can't get them again.
Right. That's
So,
that's the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to go. I mean, I was impressed with your campaign with how actually Hex did it as well. He on his campaign he made deals to with the number of artists. He had that whole stretch goal thing. So as you cross the stretch goal, you get a sketch card from this artist and that artist.
Mm-hmm.
And you similarly have all these awesome artists, as you mentioned yourself, that you're working with. Was it pretty easy or kind of daunting, seeking out all these artists you admire?
Well, they're my friends, so so it was pretty easy. I was like, "Hey, Plago, man, you want to draw me a card? I'll pay you." He's like, "You don't have to pay me, man." I'm like, "I'm going to pay you. I don't care. Shut up." So yeah, it was more or less getting them money was the hardest part because they didn't want to do it because they're my friend. But no, I'm paying them all. Luke got his money. Who I've known Luke the longest out of all the guys that I've known. I've known him the longest. So, but I still paid him, man. He's my friend, but I paid him. They did the work. You get paid. But no, that was like even asking Ink and Matt Yackey. I don't know. It wasn't really too daunting. I don't know if it's just because like I met them and talked with them for a little while. They got to know me. But like I clicked with Ink pretty quickly. Him and I have the pretty similar degenerative sense of humor. So we like to have fun is what it is. And so we got along really well. And Matt Yackey, pretty much the same thing. We love comics, and we love art and stuff like that. And I love his work, and I think he enjoys mine as well. So, but everybody's getting compensated in some way. So it really wasn't too hard asking, in my opinion. Because the way I also see it, what's the worst thing you can do is say no. I'm too busy.
Sure.
Yep.
And
you don't know what response you'll get unless you ask.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
like I said, my next campaign, I really hope, like, I was thinking of asking this cat on this one, but I might do it for the Frog G book. One of my favorite artists, Jonathan Wayshak, I might ask him to do a sketch or a variant cover. I'm debating it, not just because it's intimidating to ask him, but just because whether or not it's going to be, if people don't really know who he is all that well, just because I love him doesn't mean everybody knows who he is. Like, I know Dan Fraga knows who he is. He loves his stuff, but that's also because Fraga loves that artistic, whacked out stuff.
Oh, sure.
Which is why he likes my stuff. But yeah. So, but it would be awesome. Like, I would be like, wow, I got Jonathan Wayshak on my book. Everybody else would be like, who? So that's the only reason. His style would fit perfectly with the Frog G character. I could see what he could do with it because he's just so out there. But so yeah, but I don't think it's too intimidating at all. As long as you have money, really. Like, I could ask anybody if I have the money. I could ask what the price is. I like I said, a time constraint is obviously understandable, but I could be like, hey, Ethan, I'll pay you this much money if you draw me a cover, or how much do you want for a cover? You know what I mean? The worst thing he could say is either I'm too busy or $400,000. Then I'm like, never mind. So yeah, to me, it's not that intimidating. Artists are generally pretty cool people. So
sweet,
man.
Very, very cool. Let's see here. Well, let's check out how we're doing on this campaign here.
Oh yeah, I have a campaign.
Oops, let me jump back to the scrolling up and down. Did you say something about a Frog G book?
Yeah. So okay, because it ties into the campaign, but you can see even scroll down to his card. I have his card up there.
Yeah.
It's like almost to the bottom.
Yeah.
So we could just pull him up while I'm going to talk about it here. All right. So no matter what tier you back, you're going to get this card. So even if you just back the book, $15 plus the $10 shipping, you get the Frog G card. Plus the cards above him, you get 2 out of those 3, no matter what. They're random, but you get this one for like one of these 3. You'll get 2 of these 3, no matter what. So if you back higher tiers, they have all 3. If you back like 2 tiers, the odds are pretty good. You're going to get more. You're going to get all 3. But everyone gets the Frog G card, and you don't have to share my screen. But on the back, there's like D&D stats, so you can play as Frog G if you play Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, you did pull it up. So you could play as Frog G. Like even's got one of his little powers down there that and it factors in like his turn speed, how many turns he could use it, and stuff like that. So it's a special, unique trait that makes him affected. So this is drawn by me and colored by Ink Spots.
All right.
So the reason for this card came about was in my campaign. I had a tier instead of a drawn in the book tier. You become a trading card. You become affected, so you get to become a trading card. And the affected people are the people, everybody pretty much is almost, but they're the ones that are more mutated or they got powers through, like, and all this happened through alien experimentation, fallout, and just breeding throughout all these years. So so this frog character, his name is Jeremiah. It starts with a G. So he just, we have to hash this out, but he's affected. So he became this frog character that could kind of link back somebody's attack. Like if you throw a punch at him, he can link it back to you. Cause Frog G is the link master. He drops the links. He's the wrench king. But the reason why he's getting his own book is because this had the most interactions out of anything I posted since being in CG. And yes, not only on Twitter, but on Facebook and on Instagram, as well as Inkspot's got a major, I don't know if it's the most, but he got a major ton of interaction with this card on Twitter. Whoa. Everybody loved this character. Because I drew Frog G, Inkspot's colored, did everything else. I didn't draw those backgrounds. I didn't draw that rock in the foreground. I initially kind of had him flying through the air, like jumping through the air. Ink Spots totally changed it into something better.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so it was just an instant collaborational hit, and so he's getting his own book. That's the next project that I'm doing. Is going to be this. I'm going to be drawing it up. Ink is still doing his book, Ink Slayer, I think it is. It's like a anthology type thing, I think, or something. But he's doing a character called with Ink Slayer. He's going to be working on that next, but I can still draw this up after I'm done with Absolute. Draw this one up. When Ink gets ready to color, he'll color. But the way it's going to work is kind of similar to this, where I'll draw I'll draw the characters, maybe some background, but I won't draw much. I'm going to have room for Ink Spots to play with color, with like lighting. I'm going to let him play and do his thing as a colorist, because this is my whole viewpoint on things. If I go to Dan Fraga, I'm like, hey, dude, can you draw me the lead character, the lead character in my book, the old man? Can you draw me the old man? All right, what does he look like? I could show him what he looks like. He's like, well, what do you want? I want you to draw him. I don't care what you do. I want that artist to put their stank on it. You know what I mean? I don't really like. I don't want them to tell them how to draw the pose or what angles or any. Play, have fun. So with the colorist, I kind of want to be like, hey, like Frog G, he picked like the character type, so he made up this character, and he gave me the color specs. I told Ink, but aside from that, I'm like, these are the only colors that need to be in it. That's it. Play. Otherwise, have fun. I can understand that, but I'm not gonna. I like to have artists be more creative because I know I like that.
Yes.
So. That's the book is going to be kind of like that. Like Ink and I are going to hash it out. We're going to talk about it. We're gonna. I really want to give Frog G a cut of it, a percentage. I got to once again talk to Ink. I'm sure he'll be up for that since he created the character. So yeah, but so that's the next project after Absolute is going to be Frog G. But this is his first appearance, so. If you don't back this book, you don't get his first appearance. And this card is not going to be available in the next campaign. It won't be available in the Frog G campaign. So this is the only way to get this card. This is an Absolute card, not a Frog G comic card.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
That's kind of a happy accident.
yeah, and it was. I don't know if people are going to react to the nefarious card as as well as much as this one. I mean, I know they're going to like it. I had a lot of fun drawing that one, and Matt Yackey showed me the prelim colors, and it looks like it's going to be pretty colorful, man. It's going to look awesome. So, and if it's a hit too, I mean, he might make a guest appearance in it. I don't know, but like already, we kind of have like Ink Spots and I are kind of even already coming up with some concepts. Like we wanted a fly as one of the villains, and I thought maybe a snake, since snakes eat frogs. He could be like the head villain, and the fly can be like a henchman. So like we're kind of slowly just be like, oh, that would be cool, man. Even though we're working on our books and that's our main focus, like we're just so psyched about this thing that it just seems so much fun, So
That's cool.
yeah, and I kind of the style I want for this one, it might be a little more I don't want to say abstract, but abstract than absolute. Like it won't be as comic book stylish. It'll be more my kind of like whacked out stuff.
Ooh.
So yeah, like like elongating anatomy, or stretching out things or contorting them, squeezing them, adding details. That's what I want to do with this. So Absolute is a little cleaner in a way. It's a little more Frank Miller-ish, a little more Sin City vibe. That was one of the heavier roots that I wanted initially in it anyway. So this one is going to be more like the Shack, Todd McFarlane, Sam Keith. Those other inspirations are going to come out a lot more in this one, I'm hoping. And hopefully it'll be a lot of fun, man.
Man, that sounds cool.
Yeah. So yeah, but if you got to back Absolute, get this card because this is his first appearance.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna want it.
Do not miss out on that.
Yeah. And now value wise, I don't know, but as collectability, yes. It's gonna be. You're gonna want to collect that one. You're gonna want that one. Yeah, it's fun. And like I said, you have those other trading cards up there. You got all right. I colored all of them. So Christopher in the order from left to right.
Right.
The guy with the wrecking ball. That's Christopher John drew that one. He's working on a book with Narwhal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, I love his style. It's got a Joe Madureira, Chris Bacallo, and even a little bit of Walter Simonson vibe in there. Oh, it's so great. Everything he draws is just amazing to me. I envy his style. It's great. Luke's very clean. Luke Alietta, Death Metal Hero. It's very clean, very crisp, very precise. He loves hands. He loves doing like expressions with hands. Yeah. Well, because he's a mage, and that is kind of like a mage thing in a way. But he,
all right.
Yeah. Well, you can cast a spell that way, but
yeah,
like even like the one holding the orb, the glowing orb. Like Luke loves doing hands, and he does them well. But he does anatomy well. Like he's improving every day, and I wanted to get him I can, because he's going to be working on projects. And the next thing you know, he can be like, I can't do it. And then of course the great Boob Dan art, Dan Plagle. I had to get him. So he drew General Mara, and dude, he nailed her. He totally nailed her expression, her vindictiveness, her maniacal just attitude towards everything in life. And he drew in like these little, I don't know if they would show it better if I can make it come up anyway. I wish I could pull it up on digital, but I don't know if you could see them in. I don't know if you can see the little demon guys in the background at all. It's not it's not focusing.
And the one next to the word absolute.
Yeah, there's like little demon heads in there. Like he drew all these little demon heads, and they kind of glow a little bit. Those were fun to color, but very detailed, man. So yeah, and the people actually picked up the original art to that, so those sold. But I love Boo Dance stuff. I can't get enough of it. Like and yeah, like he has that niche of doing the big boobs. Yeah. But even if you look past that, which I know it's hard to do because they're pretty out there, but his detail, his style, like his sense of anatomy, and it just all conforms beautifully and perfectly. I love Plagle, man, and he's a great dude. you know, all these guys, they're all great dudes, you know, and that's what I wanted. I wanted great people with great art and stuff that I enjoy. So, and I think fans do too.
Yeah.
And I could show you the back of some of them. I can't show you the back of the Wrecking Ball guy. His name's on there. But like, see, this is it's just kind of like a regular back for this one. There is a variant actually to this card that was on the first campaign that was only available to specific people. So it's got her details on it. And then Luke's Ratam. He's a wizard. He's got D&D stats as well. So you can play as Ratam. He's just your typical mage. So these are his like stats on the back with his name, height, and everything, like eye color. So yeah. So you can play as him. I can't show you the back of this one because, I mean, it has his name on the back. It's not like a big deal, but I just kind of like to keep a little mystery. His name is revealed in the second book because he's introduced in the first one. So, but his name isn't mentioned. So yeah. And we did hit a stretch goal. So there's another trading card coming that everyone gets. Everyone gets an old man trading card. The old man.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because if you signed up on the email for the first campaign, you did get a trading card of him, and it had his name on it. This one won't have his name on it, and it will be a different card. But this way, everybody gets like the old man. You know, they get the main character.
Cool.
Yeah. So the last one was a little more limited in that regard.
On the Frog G card, did Frog G come up with his own stats, or did you roll some dice? And
Well, I didn't roll dice with any of them. I just I made them strong in this areas where they needed to be strong, and then I tapered down. Like some of them even have an 11 for a stat. I think one of them has a 9. I think Frog G has a 9 for like charisma. He is like a 9 or an 8 on here. Yeah. So because he's not very charismatic looking dude. but yeah, you know, I was still a little fair, but I still did boost the stats that they're dominant. And I didn't want the backer to create this because they would all be like 25s and everything, which is like godlike. You can't hit that. But yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna do that. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he did come up with the power though, like the linking. He came up with that. I got to hit up Nefarious about because Nefarious he's a collector. He collects art, like original art, and artists. So like in that card, and actually if you go to the updates, it's the line art is in there for it. But in that card, he has like a few artists and even Cecil. He has Dan Frega, Malin, Shane Davis, and Cecil in a cage.
Whoa, wait, what?
Yeah, they're very tiny. You can hardly see them. But go to the updates.
Oh, there's that hand. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like,
There's my strong hand.
Yeah, I'll show you that card in a minute here. But keep going down. Keep going down. That's the colored version of the poster. I have that. Yeah, there. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. It's not very big, but So yeah, if you look in the back, like he's a dragon. So dragons are hoarders. They're collectors. You know. So he's collecting original art, and as well as you look in the back, and there's a cage back there. So you got Dan Frega with his bunny suit on.
yeah.
Ears sticking out of the cage. Next to him is Malin with his hat pulled down. And then Cecil's kind of sticking up behind him. And then Shane Davis's head is sticking out of the cage like a giraffe because he's so tall. He's got like an Adidas hat on. So yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah, Yaki's coloring this one up. So and it looks colorful, man. That's what I wanted. I wanted something very colorful. And he definitely is going to bring it.
That's freaking awesome, man.
Thanks, man.
I'm looking at the pieces of artwork on the ground. Talk about detail.
Well, I just copied and pasted them.
Oh, but it's still cool.
Yeah. Well, they're all mine except for there's a Cyberfrog cover on there. So I snuck that in there too.
Yeah, copyright strike.
Yeah, he's got the cover of Cyberfrog #1. Blood Honey. Yeah. So yeah, but it was fun to do, man. It was a lot of fun. And the people who back that tier get that art. So yeah.
Oh, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thanks, man.
Let's see.
Yeah, and I printed out that poster, but the problem was the one I printed didn't have those purple glow on it. So I gotta reprint them.
Oh. Somehow you sent
The wrong file.
revision. All right.
I just sent the wrong file. Yeah, so it's okay. It's not like it was thousands of dollars that got chewed up. So yeah, it's fine. So yeah, that was a good one. They came out nice though. It's just missing that purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll show you. And then yeah, there's the we go over the tiers if you want, but one thing also is, yeah, with that I'll show you that in a minute here. Where is it? See this here? Right here, the bar.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you can see the. My camera doesn't want to focus when I want it to. There's like a little logo for the bar on it.
It looks like a mug.
Yeah, it's like a mug with foam coming out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm actually I haven't made them yet, but I'm gonna do. Everybody gets a coaster of the bar, be front and back. It'll have the bar. It'll have the logo with the bar, like give me a little circular coaster. So I haven't drawn it up yet, but everybody's gonna get that. I thought it'd be something cool. Yeah, because throughout Absolute, it'll probably come into play because that's kind of like the local watering hole of Pizzaias in a way. It's a little bit on the outskirts, but yeah. So everyone's gonna get that. I just haven't done them yet. Now this right there is the Absolute Cyborg all foil trading card.
Oh,
so
oh wow.
See.
Hold on. Oh my gosh, that is cool.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it came out great. It's to go along with the Absolute Valkyrie trading card that I did on the last campaign, which was all foil as well, which some backers got.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Now there was two of those actually. There was an all foil one of the, and then there was a foil one with just the word Absolute, which is foil. So if you have that one's pretty rare actually, because I gave away the all foil one a little bit more, but because it was unexpected to get. So yeah, and then you had more stats so you could play as the cyborg.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty much a wizard. I think they're a mage cleric. So yeah. So yeah. Now this is available on certain tiers. This is available on the Sketch Plus tier and above. So yeah. So you have to pay. They're a little more limited. But yeah. So these came out great, man. These turned out beautiful. You know.
Yeah, they did. Wow.
Yeah, they look better in real life. I wish I could get this thing to focus because you can even see when it's not all shiny, you can see like the highlights in the red, the glow that I put in there, and everything. Like this card took some time to draw. So yeah, it was fun, man. I had a good time with this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a trip.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I could show the other one.
I remember how cool the Absolute Valkyrie was too. Dang. That Valkyrie was so cool.
Thanks, man. Oh, they're up here.
Do they make an appearance in Absolute at all? Or
they don't. They're just, it's Cy and Shay. Is that upside down?
Yeah.
It's just Cy and Shay because they've helped me so much throughout my campaigns. I wanted to say thank you. So some people have this one.
Yeah.
The Absolute Valkyrie one. And then they're D&D stats. And then these are the one that I originally wanted. Like, this was what I originally wanted. And they're like, well, do you want to try one with this all foil? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So they did send me those. But see, there's the Absolute. And I like it because you can see the artwork a lot better. But, right. And that Absolute just shimmers. You know, it's kind of cool. But I do like this one's pretty limited.
It's like UV lighting. UV highlights.
No, it's foil. It's still foil. Yeah. But like the whole card is a gloss, but that's just a foil down there. And this one's more limited because this was only available, I believe, in the sketch cover tier, and only so many people backed that. So, or if I was like, you know, your friend or you were cool, I might have given you one. But these are pretty rare, because they gave me these ones, you know. So I was like, well, these are cool. I could toss these to a couple books and stuff. So, I mean, I still have them. Whether or not I'm going to sell them into like here and there or just burn them, I don't know yet. I kind of want to just burn them, to tell you the truth. Mainly because it just makes them more limited. You know, it makes it more collectible. I'm not talking about, like, see, when I say collectability and limited capability, not talking about financially. Like, if you want to put a value on them and try to sell them, cool, man, go for it. My whole purpose in this is not to, like, profit big time off of this stuff. It's just to make cool product, you know, have some kind of collectible fun.
Sure.
You know? And growing up as a kid, I loved those Marvel trading cards and, you know, chasing down those foil cover cards and those holographic ones and stuff. It just brings back that sense of youth, you know, that nostalgia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But now I could do them and they turn out great. So yeah, they're awesome, man.
Is there a variant of the cyborg without the word absolute on it?
No. The reason that happened was with the Absolute Valkyrie. Like, initially I wanted just the Absolute word, and so, like, they were like, well, you know, we could still do it this way, and I thought they were going to send me a sample of it, like, you know, maybe like 1 or 2 or something like that. So because they were like, well, we're not going to charge you. I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, do it. So I initially wanted that. So that's what initially everything was going to be, was just like those limited ones are just going to have the foil. But since they sent me those other ones, they sent me like the full count, because I guess they can only do a minimum count of a certain amount anyway. So it didn't send me like 2 or 3, they sent me a lot. So I was like, well, I'm not going to just not, you know, get rid of these during this campaign. So so that just solidified my decision. Well, it's the same cost if I foil the whole thing or if I don't, you know?
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So the cost is the same. So why not just go all out and make it a foil? So, and I could very well do just a regular looking one, but that'll then, I don't know. It just doesn't, like I said, they're not in the book, you know, it's more for like a collectible fun thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like paying homage.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's like a thank you is what it is. You know, and they've helped out, not just me, they've helped out so many people in the community, in CG, and even people not in CG adjacent or in Kickstarter, just people that want to produce their content and produce good stuff. And even in the background, like they do a lot of stuff. Look at the art auctions. You know, they put in a lot of work. They do a lot. And it's just my thank you.
Indeed. Welcome, Silvar Ogre.
Yo, Silvar, what's up? I haven't seen Silvar in a bit.
If you haven't backed Absolute book number 2, more for me.
That's right. Silvar will get them all.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Hey, let's check out your trailer, man.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Our heroes are captured, tortured for information, tried and thrown by the Ivory Horde to reveal the secrets of the Tamalfi and secure their position as the ultimate species. Will they survive? Will they join our 2 new heroes, help them overthrow vicious Omni overlords? Will their heroes save the planet? Find out on the epic conclusion to Absolute.
Yeah. Short and sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, I tried to make them short. The last one was a minute, and I felt like it was just a little too long. So I was like, I just wanted to be like, get the synopsis in, get what it's about, end it. Yeah, I didn't want to leave too many gaps.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things about your art style is that I would kind of describe it as like a controlled chaos.
It's a good description.
It's like it satisfies that need I have of heavily detailed work. I love detail, and it's like you're not afraid to go crazy with the inks, and if they start to get out of hand, you just rein it back in, and you know, you control it.
Yeah, you kind of have to. Yeah, you can go line heavy, and you can get carried away. But the way I see it, also, like, light hits if a light is hitting you hard, it's going to black out. You're not going to see line in those areas. Like even Joe Ball will do this, who's like the king of lines. Like he knows when to just use a heavy light source, and he won't have line there. This is a guy that, man, does he line things up because he's just crazy detailed. He's good, but even he knows, you got to step it back now and then. You can't just constantly be in your face, in your face, in your face. People would just be like, this is nonsensical. I can't make heads or tails. So. Yeah, and I'm influenced. Probably he might be influenced by like McFarlane as well. I think I don't know, but like I'm like even this guy right here. This is a lot of McFarlane is in this piece here. A lot of that influence, but even like the upshot is a little Keithish. The Worm's Eye View panel. It's a little Sam Keithish, and the Danny DeVito panel next to him might be a little Wayshakian. I mean, it's still me. Like it's still my style, but these are just things I picked up throughout the years,
Yeah, the top one kind of reminds me of like Violator.
Yeah, I can see that in there, and that he actually is taking off a little bit of somebody in real life in a way, just like a smidgen, Yeah, just not in a bad way, more of like a tongue-in-cheek friendly way, So yeah, I mean, he might be a villain, but he's not like the guy he's based off. I didn't think of him as a villain at all. I was like,
Wait a minute, that's supposed to be me?
No, he's not wearing glasses. Now, if he were wearing glasses,
well, when you take off the glasses, you're a villain, and when you put back on, you're a good guy.
That's true. That's true. You're not wrong. Yeah. And then so this is also those two, like these are all digital ones. These are the first half of the second book, because I drew them initially in issue stages, and then like when I decided to crowdfund, I just combined the first two issues because it actually ended perfectly that way for the first book. So I had half the second book done already because I had the first 23 pages finished. So. And they were all digital. So, and then this is the first appearance of Tabby, right there. So yeah, she's gonna be part in the second half of the book. You're gonna see her do her thing.
Since you had a chunk of the book two made earlier, and since you've grown in terms of your artistic skills, did you find yourself looking back at the pages you completed and decide maybe I need to tweak this one a little more, maybe I need to add a little more to this?
When I go back, because I did letter them, but I lettered them wrong, and plus there's spelling errors and stuff. So I like to clean things up before I send it to Shay to edit. Even though she's my editor, she's supposed to try to catch the mistakes that I don't see. You know what I mean? She's not supposed to just fix the entire thing automatically.
Right.
I don't think that's fair. It's just more work on her. I don't care how much I pay her. She shouldn't have to worry about overworking. So I got to go back and re-letter stuff. But when I do, I even did this with the first book. When I went back to re-letter stuff, I started changing some panels, fixing some things, because it just wasn't like, okay, well, that's how I did it then, but I can do a lot better now. And if I could do it better, then I should do it better. I owe it to the fans to do it better. But then again, I don't want to redo every single panel because not every panel needs it. Like this page is actually perfect the way it is. So I don't see anything wrong with this page. Maybe the first panel, maybe, but that's just like nitpicking on my part. There's nothing wrong with it. I would noodle around and probably end up in the exact same spot I am in it, just because it just fits.
Right.
So yeah, but I have cleaned up stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Eric says, yeah, Shay and Cy are a big part of this community.
Yep. They really are.
Yes, Jason's style is very creepy, but also beautiful at the same time.
Nice.
With a unique style.
I appreciate that, Eric. He's good people. Yeah, and I really appreciate it. I mean, I never thought I'd have fans, of this caliber. It's fantastic, and it's all for them. I mean, without the fans, there's no me, there's no you, and you're a fan yourself. So, yeah. And then this is that page that I showed you, like the 20%, 80%. Yeah. So this sold. Yeah. I had a couple. What's that?
What is this little red streak?
That's from the printer.
Okay.
That's from the scanner. And when I scanned it, I forgot that I had scanned in a piece that I had done some acrylic paint on, and it wasn't fully dry.
Gotcha.
I cleaned it later. I'm like, but I'm like, well, it's fine. That's me, man. I do this kind of stuff often and not on purpose. It just ends up being so indie that it's just indie. It's like, what is this? What did you do here? So yeah, but that's just me. Yeah. So yeah, this is another digital page. You know, these little creatures, they're called the mutts. They're the aliens, like hunt dogs. The Envy is their hunt dogs, so they seek out their prey, so they don't really have to leave their mansions and stuff like that, or their towers and their solitudes, and where they control everyone and manipulate people. So they just send out their mutts to find things that they might want or need. They don't do too well in this scenario, but where Tam kind of takes a little care of them a little bit. And then this page sold. It's Danny and the old man. This is kind of the second page in the second half of the book, and they're fighting all these monsters. Not doing too well. Danny's slicing and dicing, and they're just getting overtaken. Yeah, this is just too much, more than they can handle. Yeah.
This is a really good piece.
Thanks, man. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that one's that 2080 again, and that's like I said, that one sold. I had a couple people interested in it, actually. Now, when I sell the pages, you don't get to pick. They just happen to pick because these were already there. So like the pages that did sell that are on this, like they were just fortunate enough to be like, wow, I really do like that. Can I have it? I was like, yeah, sure. But otherwise I'm going to be, if you back an original page, you're going to get a really good original page. Like I'm going to see to it. It'll go in pecking order pretty much. Like this one's really good, you get this. This one's the second best one, you get this. This one's the like so on and so forth. So yeah. Now is this the best one in my eyes? It's very dynamic, very energetic, very action packed. I like it a lot. I haven't drawn the whole book yet, so maybe it's not. But that's the one they wanted. Cool. Yours.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I like the spattering of ink.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Well, she's cutting things up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is digital. So then you got the Envy is getting distracted there by an explosion that happened, and she's busting loose, and she's gonna go fist the cuffs with one of the aliens. Danny is like the second main character in the book. She's very quick. She's a magic user, but she needs spell components to actually cast her spells. So she a little bit in over her head in this instance right here for now. But you know, if you back the book, you'll find out what happens. But yeah, so she's breaking loose. She's got to get out of the alien, the Envy's chambers. So she's gonna have to fight her way through it.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
Let's see. Silvar says, I was on Twitch yesterday, but you ended your stream a minute before I got done the conversation on another stream. And Lola's avatars are a bit too fun. It's distracting.
Yeah, Lola's avatars are fantastic. She's got a shtick.
Hey, Keely Chow.
Yo, what up, Keely Chow? What's up, man?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Keely?
Yeah, welcome.
I feel that I snagged the best page.
As of so far, yeah.
Which one was his?
I don't think he minds me telling us that the first one. It's the first A2080, the one with them, like the splash page of them back to back fighting the monsters. He's shooting that energy, like that arm out, and yes, two more up, maybe. Keep going. That one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, that one's beautiful, man. I really had a lot of fun with that one. I wish I kept like the maybe I did. I'll see if I kept the just the line art, not the inked art, because I don't think I did. I think I saved over it, which does happen. Is this it?
I love how you do her hair.
I like to add movement where I can and when I can. and hair is a great way to do it.
Yeah.
You can make it flow and like breathe. All right, here we go.
Yeah, that's a good.
All right, so let me share my screen. I can't believe I actually still have it.
Oh my gosh.
So this is just all I did. Like, see, there's just, I didn't add really any detail. I just have placeholders. Like down here, like this is all empty space. I had to put him in there 'cause he's pretty far back. Empty space I filled in. I think I created some more stuff back here. Like I see, like I blackened her hair, but I still went over it in India ink. So, so it's inked, you know, and I think I even added a little more strands in there too. So, but this is just the, like all these black parts, I still ink them when I print it.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, in a way, like you could just say this is blue line, but it's just solid black. Like I still ink over a lot of this stuff.
Right.
So yeah, so it goes from this to what you have on the screen up there.
Right. Man, so cool.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so it goes from this to that up there.
Yeah, that's an impressive page, I gotta say.
Yeah, he got a good one.
Meta Nui. Honestly, I used to assume Lola was a dude. She's far from it.
Here's something fun I could show you that I didn't know I had. This is the layout for that page. I don't even know why I have it.
How's it going? What about?
Yo, what about? What's up? Man? What's up? What about? All right, yeah. This is the layout for that page. I didn't even know I had it.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I never keep these. Oh, what does that say?
You just meant P dot?
Oh, P dot. Yeah, I put little Easter eggs in things. But yeah. So yes, this is the layout of it, and it
now, what is that reference? I'm not familiar with P dot.
It's a band, Polka Dot Cadaver.
Oh, okay.
Like, and actually on oh, this is the wrong page. On here, this is actually
Five Finger Death Punch?
No. This is Dog Fashion Disco's hoodie. It's Anarchists of Good Taste. Is what that stands for. So I own that hoodie, only it's all black, but I didn't want to make it black. But so yeah, so it's like little Easter eggs. If you know, like it's a very underground band, but yeah, they're not like they are internationally known, but they're not huge. But yeah, so this is the layouts of it, man. This is where, like, this is my underlying thinking of what I wanted it to look like.
Where it all began.
Yeah, like I said, I'm surprised I have that.
I mean, I do that kind of stuff. I love behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah,
sketches.
I do too. And the thing is, I usually oversave them, so I hardly ever really have them. Like, I can't believe I actually had the line art still for the pre-inked page.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty. There's a lot that goes into that inking, man. Let me tell you. I spend hours on hours in those things.
Oh, I bet. Silvar says, absolutely looks great. I wish I'd found CG sooner in Back Book 1. Luckily, Jason made a catch-up tier.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And thank you for backing, by the way.
Catch-up tiers are important.
Yeah, you need them.
Yep. What about yo? Yo there. Hey, Silvar, I found out about Jason's book at the very end.
Yeah. Eric's been a very loyal supporter.
Oh, hell yeah. Eric rocks. Jason, how did you learn to draw? Did you go to school, self-taught, osmosis? How did it happen?
Well, I mean, that kind of just started just from getting a comic book, really. We all, me and my two other brothers, we got comics at a grocery store for free. When you bought somebody groceries, you get a comic book. My car alarm's going off. Sorry about that.
No, that's mine.
I know.
That's not mine.
No, but yeah. So that's when like the spark hit us. So I'm going to do this as my brother's standpoint because there's actually more siblings. But I am the younger one of the brothers. So we all got, and then my second oldest brother just started drawing because of it. And my oldest brother, he was like, well, he didn't really get into drawing as much as like he loved the stories. And so I I started to be more like my other brother, where I was like, I really want to draw these. These look cool and fun. And so I kind of started drawing because he was drawing. Like I looked up to him. So he kind of taught me a lot of stuff. Like, you know, do this as a blueprint, do the face with the target, do like, you know, do these under drawings. Like he taught me a lot of the basics. So that's where it all started. Was just the love of comic books, and with him teaching me, you know, rather than tracing the turtles, you can just draw the turtles, dude. This is all you got to do. It's shapes. So he taught me the prelims and the basics, and he guided me. And so I was drawing for, you know, we started, I'll say when I was like 8 to 10, somewhere in there. And all the way up until I was like 23, you know, I was always drawing. And then finally I was like, I got to get out of Ohio. So college, that's a good way to do it. Mistake, because it cost a lot of money. But I went to Florida. So I did go to school, but I already knew how to draw before going to school. I did have great teachers, great professors. One of them, Frege is even aware of, actually. He even colored like a Batman piece Frege did. He colored it, Jonathan Hunt. And Frege just thought it was like amazing. Like, because it was just a doodle. And he added like some watercolor, digital watercolors over it. And it was just, he does great work. So I had great teachers, but the school itself was just garbage. But anyway, so I did go to school for it. I did learn some stuff through there, but I learned more by looking at other artists, looking at not YouTube, but just comic books, art books. Like I said, Jonathan Wayshak, when I first saw his stuff, I was like, man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever seen. This looks like Sam Keith on acid. I'm like, this is just beautiful. And that influenced me big time. So like even the classics, like you learn to appreciate when you go to an art school, they do teach art history and stuff, but you get an understanding. Like I don't like Jackson Pollock's stuff, but I can respect it. And I kind of learned like that through college, I guess. But like Rembrandt, I love Rembrandt's stuff. Like, you know, the classical Renaissance painters, beautiful works. You know, that, and to me, comics are pretty much the next Renaissance painters in a way. Like we are constantly doing those forms, maybe not in that painter style, except unless you're Preston Acevedo. But but we're constantly doing those shapes, those forms. We're bringing to life movement, like in just simple little boxes, you know. So it's an art form. It's not just an illustrative thing. So that's pretty much how I learned how to draw, though, was through my brother mainly. I did go to school, but I've just been. And then after I graduated, I pretty much just drew every single day, even if it was like a 20 minutes, 4 hours. I drew every single day, and all it did was improve. There is a book on comicsology that I did about 10 years ago or so called Cannibal Detective. You can look it up if you want. It's like $1, I think, if you want to get it. I didn't write it. I didn't plot it. I did do some editing with the stories, with the layout of the panels, because he didn't write it in that format. So, and you could see the change in my style drastically. If you look at it then, it's not bad, but it's not as good as what I'm doing now, because I improved throughout those years. Sure. So yeah, it's just, dude, I drew every day, like, and I still draw every day, even if it's like a 20-second doodle at work. I drew Gorilla. It took me like 2 minutes at work on a stupid green thing. I ripped it up and threw it away. It just keeps you loose, keeps you fresh, you know, and it wipes the dust off a little bit. But yeah, that's one thing I learned from Frege. Way back then on Instagram and stuff like that, and he was always like, draw every day. So, you know, I learned a lot from Frege. Not only did I follow him from the 90s, and yeah, he disappeared for a spell, but I found him on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, damn, Frege? Oh, cool, look at this stuff he's doing in Moleskine. These are beautiful watercolors. And just watching those, you know, and listening to him in his live feeds there, it helped me out there too. You know, he was just instilled, draw every single day, no matter what. And yeah, like he was sick, and I think like there's a few days where he wouldn't because he was sick, but he's like, I got to catch up, so he'd draw like 4 pieces in one day because he's crazy. But yeah, so and then just the passion of getting into the CG, the indie movement, man, that even kickstarted the fires even more, and it wanted me to just do better and better because of all the great artists out there. I'm like, I got to do better because look at what this guy's doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's a brief tirade on how I pretty much started drawing and how I improve. And I still draw stuff I think sucks. Look at the Silver Surfer from Fragtober. I hated it so much. I actually did rip that one up.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, I thought it was that bad. Now, Somebody else may not have thought so. Anybody else watching might have thought it was great. It was not good to me and to meet my standards of what I can do. Even though it was supposed to be in the Mobius style, I could do Mobius. I did it before. I just was not in the zone that day. Something happened. You know, we still produce bad art. And I like Frege, he's even said, like, he's given out old sketches in the past he doesn't like, you know, hit him up, show him to him, send it to him, he'll send you back a good one. We don't like to have stuff that we're not proud of out there. But if you like it, we'll sell it to you, I guess. But
right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Go there. Excuse me. All right, that's where we left off. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever he did, the results are amazing.
Thanks, man.
WyzGyz's car is being jacked, but he's still here hosting the stream.
That's CG loyalty, man.
You gave me a penciled sequential page of Cannibal Detective last year when I backed the book on RV. I have it framed and up on my wall. Nice.
Yes, thanks, man. That's actually rare because those are penciled. That's some of my rare penciled work because I don't really do pencils anymore because I have a hard time seeing. Back then, my vision was a little better, so I could do pencils, but it's gotten worse as the years have progressed. So it's kind of like out of my range now. So I don't really do penciled pages anymore. I can't see to ink them, so I don't even bother. Yeah, that's why I do it the way I do it. So yeah, that's a good get, man. I forgot all about that.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right. And the desire to get out of Ohio is so strong that the vast majority of astronauts were Ohioans trying to get away.
Yep. They'd rather be on the moon than Ohio. That'll tell you something.
Oh dear. Did you rip up Wonder Woman? Lol.
Wonder Woman. I did a Wonder Woman? Oh, the Conan piece. No, I didn't. I didn't rip up that one. Although somebody is interested in buying the other Conan piece, the redo. I'm waiting to hear from them a little bit more. They want it, so I can't really say it's for sale. But that Wonder Woman Conan one is available if someone wants it.
There's a Wonder Woman Conan.
I think it's over there. Let me go see if it's over there. I can still hear you. I'm just gonna hide my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he calls it the Wonder Woman one, and I can see why. I thought it was funny. Yeah, it's here. I can show you the one that I redid. I did it in the same time frame on Topicless, actually. So it was on Luke's channel. So you go to Death Metal Hero, in the latest Topicless episode, you can see me do this one. So,
all right.
He killed this little snake dragging thing.
Nice.
Thanks, man. And this one, a gentleman is interested in buying. So, yeah. So, yeah, this one was more gritty. This was more what I really wanted to do, like a dirty, gritty Conan. Like a savage type killer, not afraid, to get dirty. And then this is a little cleaner. This is, I think, why he calls it the Wonder Woman one plus the hair. So, but I didn't hate it. I just knew I could do better. It was supposed to be in the Frazetta style. This is not Frazetta style. This is Jason style, like with this weird eye going on there, and the blacked out hair with the white splatters, and
right.
This is more me. And then, like you can see, I messed up back here. So, so I did this one like 4 times, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, because I just did not like every iteration that I was attempting. I did like that eye right there. I thought that eye was good.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It just got. I started accidentally smearing when I didn't want to, and that happens with me all the time. I should have done it in Micron to make it cleaner. And that's why I redid it.
The part where her chin is,
It's Conan.
Oh, his chin. Was it originally? Wait, hold on.
Where? Right.
At the bottom, next to where the lower, where the clavicle would be, right around there. It almost looks like a side portrait of a face, like you might have originally started with the side view and then
No,
go head on.
no, I just forgot the ink down here.
Okay.
I just didn't forgot to put in some ink down here with some like hair going over or something like around or something. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I liked it. I mean, I can see why he calls it the Wonder Woman one, but like I said, there's parts of it that I like. I wish I made the sword a little thicker. And if it is Wonder Woman, she's got some very girthy hands.
Yeah.
But like there's parts of it I liked. You know, I didn't hate it completely.
Right.
But I just knew I could do a Frazetta style, but still be my style, a little more justice.
The Cannibal Detective page is the first ever piece of comic book art I have ever owned.
Awesome, man. That's really cool. That makes me happy to be the first.
That's
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won it, I think. Yeah.
Comicsgate was the first time I started collecting original art.
Nice, man.
First opportunity.
Yeah, I've been getting original art for a while.
Better to power through a bad drawing day on a Frege sketch show than get frustrated making your book.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That redo Conan was awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I was watching you draw it the other day. I forgot
Oh, cool.
what it was on though.
Yeah, the Conan one that was on Luke's topic list stream. Yeah.
Frazetta's style is hard to capture, and your style, Jason, is so different from Frazetta's. It had to be a challenge.
Well, actually, yeah, Frazetta's is, but Mobius is way different from my style. That's why the Silver Surfer one was such a challenge for me. But I picked that. I picked that Mobius one because I wanted to challenge. I could have picked Hellboy all day, any day, and nailed it. I knew that. I can draw Hellboy all the time. You don't grow by repeating the things you know. You know, you got to learn a little bit, and to do that with drawing, you challenge yourself. Like even the Rogue one, I voted for Rogue, Savage Land Rogue, because I'm not the best at drawing women. I mean, I'm good at it, but I wanted to challenge myself to draw a sexy rogue, you know, and I did okay. I did okay for the challenge. So if I did it digitally and then printed it and inked it, it would have been probably a little bit better, but it was still good. I didn't want to rip it up, you know? So yeah, but thank you. Yeah. Frazetta's style is a very challenging one.
So was the I haven't watched the replay on it yet, but was the final day of Frege June pretty exciting?
Yes, I had to dip out. I got in okay, but he wanted to originally have Narwhal on, and he had two other cats on because Narwhal was over on Ethan's promoting. So he had two other cats on, and then he was letting people in. And Malin was able to get in, and then there was all the spots were full. But I told Frege, I'm like, dude, if Narwhal's gonna try to come on, I'll jump out. And like 2 seconds later, he dropped me out because he heard boops, so he dropped me out, and the Narwhal eventually came on. I'm like, okay. And then Narwhal had to go because he had a show stream over with Bancroft. So I was like, oh, cool, I'll jump back in. So I jumped back in, and next thing you know, I got in for like 2 seconds, and he hears a boop, and everyone's like, "Oh, I think Irene's trying to get him." I'm like, I'll dip out for Irene. Not only I wasn't simping in the slightest. She's a great artist. She's, like I said, she has that dynamic energy.
Oh, yeah.
You need that female energy on a show with nothing but dudes. You know, it adds that certain mixture to it. And in my opinion, she's a pro. She worked for Marvel. She's done things, and so she can add that speed and that quality that I know will go through. You know, me, it's a little dicey. You know, I can totally nail a piece, or I could just crumble under the pressure. So I knew she'd nail it, and she did, man. She delivered. So I did not mind dropping out, and she was grateful, and it made her happy. But I would have dropped out for anyone I knew that would have brought it. So, like Plagle said, Boob Dan, he was like, oh man, he's like, I would have dropped out, but you offered first. I'm like, no, dude, you deserve to be there. You're one of Frega's longest friends. You're a talent. Your book, is going to be launching soon. Mine's in demand. You need to be on there. You need to be showcased. And he killed his too. So I don't mind doing that for good people.
Yeah.
For talented people. So it was fun. I still drew along. I listened, and then I uploaded it, and Frega showed it that way. So it was still fun.
Nice. Yeah. Do you happen to know, or anyone in chat know if, and again, I'll probably watch this on replay since I missed it, but did Frega and Malin have a rematch?
That's in Fragtober.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, only Fragtobers are for the, but Malin has the belt, which he doesn't have a belt yet because Frega hasn't sent it to him. But Malin has the title, so if he needs to be challenged, I think he wants to do a tier system. I don't know how he wants to do it, but I don't know if Frega could just outright challenge him in October. But that is when the head-to-head is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Although to Malin, everything is a contest because you tend to bring your A game when everything's a contest. So
yeah, true.
Yeah. I still say Frega won though in the last Frega June, but I'm a little biased.
One of my favorites of Frega was when they did Batman.
Dude, that was mine. That was mine.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, dude. When he's jumping on Malin in the bathtub. Yeah, that one's. I picked Batman Dark Knight. Yeah, and so he drew a killer Batman. Then he's like, boom, and then it's Malin. I'm like, I own that one. It was so good.
Oh man, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that one was funny, man. It's good stuff.
Let's see here. Jason and Luke both dominated many nights of Frega June.
Luke killed it, man. Luke's improving every day. Every time I see him put something up, because not only is he improving with his technique, he's improving with his, the tools that he's using, and he's improving because he's challenging himself with doing different angles, with doing different perspectives. Like he's challenging, he's growing. He's going to do a killer book, man. When he puts a book out, it's going to be great. And thank you, by the way.
Jason missed his chance to defeat Malin in public.
Yeah, fat chance of that. Our styles are so different that it can't really be a contest at that point, even if I were on his caliber. It's just, it's like putting, like my style's so gritty and dirty, his is so clean and crisp and precise that it's like, wow, I like this because of that one. I like that because of that one. It's not very, yeah. But thank you. I'm glad you think that highly of me.
It kind of makes me think of like two different styles of martial arts.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
Eric says, yeah, Irene is legit. I'm glad she's part of the community. She brings a lot of new stuff to CG. Her background is in manga, and she brings that essence over, which is needed in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not overly manga in the way I see it, but and again, I haven't collected too much manga. I got the Wolf one. I back Carla anytime I can.
Oh yeah.
And then I did get Xenotype, but I didn't really look through it. I just backed it because I like the cover. And then Irene. That was it. That's the only manga I've really bought. I lied. I did buy a couple. Was it Dominu or something like that from the guy who made Akira?
Oh, really?
He did a little short series. It was like called Domamu or something like that, or Amdibu. Yeah, I bought that. Was really cool. But yeah, I don't buy manga really. It's just not my thing. Closest thing I get to manga is like Joe Mad, who westernized it. So
far, the only manga I've been buying is through CG.
Yeah, same here.
It seems to be growing, which is neat.
Yeah,
I got Blade Devil.
Nice.
Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb.
Yeah, I got Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb too. Yeah.
And Witch Hunter from
Mhm.
White Cat Comics. Yeah. And I guess Irene's she's calling it.
It is, but it's kind of not.
Right.
It looks a little different. See, this is the thing with me. Manga, a lot of it is very similar in style. And I like different style.
Hmm.
I like to be able to look at something and be like, oh, that's Dan Plagle. That's awesome. I can tell you, that's Mark Silvestri. Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind similar styles too much. There are house styles like in DC and stuff like that. But with manga, it's like all the same. So it's pretty much story content at that point. And it's not all the same. Don't yell at me, you weebs. I'm just saying. To me, it looks. It just looks like styles. Yeah, I know. Like I can tell the difference between Dragon Ball Z and Akira. You know what I mean? I know those are like anime in a sense, but
Yeah.
I can tell the quality difference. But the higher quality ones still have the similar quality style. But that's because of the way they do them. So, like, I could look at Sam Keith. I know it's Sam Keith. It's beautiful and it looks different than Jim Lee. So yeah, I like different style.
Yep. But Irene is a talented lady. Giving credit where it is due doesn't mean we're all trying to jump her bones.
How dare you, sir? Never would I think of that. What do you think we are here? Savages?
The second piece of art I've ever owned is a Viking that Luke drew last year in Frank.
Oh, yeah. That one was cool. I remember that one. Nice, man. That's a good get. Yeah. Yeah, Luke's got good stuff, man.
I love manga. Berserk, One Punch Man, and Demon Slayer are my jammy jams.
One day I'll check out Berserk. One day.
Lately, when I do my LCS visits, if I see Berserker on the shelf, I'll pick it up since they offer them in the comic book shops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're doing this thing where they make 5 or 6 covers, and for the designs they're putting out, I don't need all those covers. Sometimes I'm a completionist on some campaigns, and other times I'm not.
Right.
Like with Berserk, I basically just go for the. Oh, I put it in the other room.
The trades.
I go for the fancier covers, like the foil covers.
Right. Okay.
They had some cover designs that I didn't care for that were kind of on the boring side.
Mm.
So I just focus on the 2 or 3 of each of the Berserker issues that, I liked.
Right.
Let's say... you're right. The uniformity in the style is why they got to have good writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain look to it.
Yeah. Like I said, Nerium's style, manga style is very different from Carla's. There is a difference. But when it comes to mainstream manga, it's a lot of it's pretty much a house style. You do get those rare gems that are, I like. Somebody showed me a little bit of Berserk, and that looks beautiful. So, you do get those that do stand out. But yeah, I still probably would never be able to know the guy's name. I always forget it because I haven't delved into him. So yeah.
Right. Sugar Chris says I need to head to the bookstore one of these days and get me some manga. I'm probably way behind on the One Punch Man now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it's been out for quite a long time.
I used to, at one point, I picked up like a selection of different manga books, but I never got around to reading them. And I think in the midst of my various moves, I think I lost them all or got rid of them or something.
That sucks.
Donated them or something.
Yeah, I lost a few books in that manner. I also did, this was like 20 plus years ago. I gave quite a few of my books to a guy to put on eBay, and he says he's like sold a lot of Thors for like $100 or something, which I don't believe, but I did lose a couple key issues. I have a lot of them, so I don't even know what he did. I have almost all of them actually, so I don't know what he sold. But like I had to rebuy the first Beta Ray Bill one, or Beta Ray Bill issue, the Walter Simonson one, because I had that at OG. When I bought it for like $5, but I had to buy it again for like 40 or something. I was a little upset,
Ooh.
but I think now it's like I think it's like $100 now or 120. So
Wow.
I'm glad I got it when I did, because of the movie. He's possibly going to be in the movies, I think, or have a TV show. I don't know. So yeah, but I did lose a signed Stan Lee Thor comic because of that. So yeah, I've lost out on some things, but it happens, man. And that was 20 years ago, so you live and learn.
Berserk style of manga is different from most mangas.
It's manga.
No, it's much more detailed and creepy.
Yeah, that's what I tend to see. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell there's some effort being put into that. Not that there's not bashing all the other mangas. I don't want to get a weeb war on me.
Jason versus the weeb.
Jason versus the weebs. Hey, I've drawn Akira. I've drawn Tetsuo and Kaneda. I've drawn them. I like them. So I'm not totally against manga.
Okay, so you're not just trying to flash like you got some cred.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to just stir the pot. Yeah. And then there's the cover to that's the regular cover. That if you back, you get the regular cover. That's what you get. That's once again 2080, and that did sell. So you can't buy that anymore.
All right, I'm blanking out now. What do you mean by 2080?
20% digital, 80% traditional.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's pen and ink, yeah, and some brush. And some splatter.
Do you use those? What are they called again? They're like pens, but with a brush-like tip.
Brush pens.
Okay, brush pens.
I use them, but I didn't use it when I do pen and ink. I usually use a regular brush to ink. You can get different. It's almost the same, but it's different. It's weird. It's just a different feel. But I use them. I use them when I'm sketching. Yeah, but I use them. Yeah, they're fun. Pentel Pocket Brush.
Pentel Pocket Brush.
Yeah, so if you're interested, look up the Pentel Pocket Brush. That's the most popular one, and get that. There is the Kuretake, which you can get in different sizes. They're refillable too. That's people like that one too. I gotta get another one. My bristles are all jacked up, but yeah, this is the Sam Keith variant. From the Max #1. I homaged it, so you do see there. I do say after Sam because it's an homage. So so it's it's got that red splatter in the background. Only mine's all white instead of all black. So yeah, and it's got the samurai priest jumping at you.
Is there an image hidden in the blood splatter? All right.
No, that's just from the Max. That's the way the Max #1 looks. If you pull it up. Yeah, if you pull it up, that blood. I mean, it's not verbatim blood splatter. I didn't trace that. I just imitated. So it's there.
So let's see. Is this current? Do you have this? All right. So at 5K, the Old Man D&D trading card by Jason Bascom unlocked. You got stickers at 7,000 unlocked.
Unlocked.
The Envy window claim unlocked. Next stretch goal is inverted logo circle patch. Oh yeah, to compete with the other circle patch.
Well, the other one's an oval.
Oh,
the other one's an oval and it's pretty big. So this one's going to be a little bit smaller, and it's going to be black. The logo that I have all the time on YouTube. This one. So it's going to be this one, black with the white outlines.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hold on.
That,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and obviously Unhinged Entertainment will be around it, not cut through it. But,
right.
So yeah, so this is going to be the patch for the next one. So you could probably put it on a beanie, or for front part of your jacket, not on the whole back piece. The other one was pretty big. So, yeah, I want to do that. Hopefully we hit that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do a little more shilling.
Shilling like a villain.
That's
I
right.
think Jason could do anima like Vampire Hunter D. Oh,
Yeah, I could have fun with that. I like Vampire Hunter D.
yeah. The 250,000 stretch goal. I shaved my beard.
That's right, friends. Yes. The power will be gone.
Yeah, that's true. You'll lose all your powers, won't you?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, all for the fans
Yeah.
and my student loans.
Yeah. It's no surprise that this was very popular.
Yeah, like Ink just nailed it. Like the only thing he asked me was he wanted me to color hold the line or if he wanted to just leave them. And color hold just means like he colorizes the line work so it looks like it's shadow, like it's like embedded in it, so it gives it a more realistic look. But I'm like, yeah, but my mindset is, man, I did not just spend like 5 hours, 6 hours drawing up a frog for and detailing it for somebody to just totally erase all the work, So, and it's very popular. People do it in books. I'm not bashing it, but the way I look at it, for something this like this detailed, I don't want to cover it up. It's good if you have like little details, like just like a line under the nose or eye to represent like the bags. And if they color hold it, then it would just be like a little darker and it just gives it a more realistic look. But yeah, I didn't want to do that with this. I wanted to be able to see all that stupid work that I put into it. But it worked too because, like I said, Ink did the backgrounds and those really have no line in them. So he really stood out in that regard. And Ink can draw too. Ink is a really good artist. So if he wanted to, he could have drawn in the trees, but he chose not to. So it just, like I said, it was a great collaboration.
No, he didn't draw in the trees? I thought he...
No. Well, he painted them in.
Oh.
Like he didn't, like there's no line in them is what I mean.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like that's just all color. So yeah.
Jeez, man.
Ink's talented, man. That's why I wanted to work with him.
That is so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All backers get 2 of 3 guest artist trading cards, and higher perks contain all 3.
Yep. That is correct, sir.
Everyone's doing the Dan Plagle.
Well, he's a great art talent. Everybody wants him on his campaign,
No, I mean everyone's doing his voice.
The friend. Yeah.
Hello,
hello, friend. It's very contagious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that's the line art for the poster. Actually, you saw the colorized version in the update. So.
How big was that poster again?
It's 11 by 17.
11 by 17. All right.
Yeah, that's the villains poster, and the heroes poster is you can get it in an add-on with the patch and some of the trading cards, except for the exclusive ones.
Sweet.
Yeah, and it's like a little bundle, so you can have the heroes and the villains poster. So
let's check out these.
Sure.
These perks. So the absolute combo. Awesome that you have a featured tier.
Yeah. It mirrors the first campaign. You can get the first campaign had the variant cover and the regular cover as the featured tier at a cheaper price than if you were to just get them separately. Same with this one. So you get a cheaper price if you back that tier. You can also add on book 1.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, when you have it set up, when you have the ability to catch up, are you getting these book 1s because you overprinted on the first campaign, or are you having to run another? Are you having to do another run of book 1?
No, it's the first printings. It's the original. I overprinted specifically for this reason. Yeah, I even overprinted the variant covers because this is the variant cover here, but this isn't available as an add-on at all. This one is only available either at an auction, like I sold one at the Red Valkyrie auction, or if there's a comic convention, I will have these on me. They'll be at a little higher price, but they're the variant cover. There's a lower print run to these. So I only have so many of these left for sure. So, but the ones that are on the campaign are this campaign are the original cover, which I overprinted enough that I can I don't have to do another print run, so nobody will be getting a second print. Now, after this, whether or not I destroy what's left and then do like a you know, a book 1 and 2 like a trade paperback is probably what'll happen, and then that'll have a different cover, and it'll be perfect bound instead of stapled. So this, you know, I kind of want to give that collectability sense to it. So even though I know everybody will yell at me like, "Oh, don't burn them," but like my family, but it's like, look, you know, it's just the nature of the beast. You know, like I said, these ones I'll probably not throw out burn because I'll have these on me. But these were at such a lower print run that they'll still be more collectible. And I also just really like this cover.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then you have the regular cover, just the book. You know, you can add on book 1, but yeah, you just the book at $15. So yeah,
People will refund before we hit that stretch goal. That must be for the shave the beard off one.
I hope not. I mean, I want to keep my beard, but that's $250K, man.
No, I'm pushing for that. Not because I dislike the beard, but rather so Jason can succeed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, so you were saying that was book 1.
That's the regular cover.
No cover.
Yeah, that's that book 2 regular cover, and you can add on book 1 regular cover in the add-ons.
There's a variant, right?
That's the variant for book 2. That's the max cover, homage cover, and once again, like all these, you can add on book 1 except for the combo of book 1 and 2 tier. So, yeah.
Absolute signature,
and you could pick which cover for that one. So you save money if you get the max variant and get the signature. You pretty much get a free signature at that point. And let me just say this: the max variant, that is going to be print to order pretty much. So if let's say I sell 20 of them, I'll probably print like 27 or something like that to, you know, just for damages and lost books. But that's going to be print to order. I'm not going to overprint that really. So that won't have any like variants to sell at a con or anything like that. So it's more limited.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, Tank Ferret. Hey,
Tank Ferret, what's up?
Hey, good job on the helping Hex Allen close out his campaign.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yep.
Yeah, I swung in for 3 seconds.
Mananui says, "Well, I gotta hit a bid now. See you later. Take it easy."
All right, later, Mananui. Yeah, they're coming to get you.
We got the absolute. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and you could pick which cover you want. So yeah, yeah, that's the best way to go about getting the variant and get it signed for free. And then you have the one with the poster. So yeah, you get to choose your cover, and you get the 11x17 villains poster. And there's book 1 and 2, just a combo pack. You know, you don't have to do an add-on. Just get the regular covers, and you're good to go. You get the story.
Cool.
Yeah.
The Sketch Plus.
Yeah. Now this is where the absolute cyborg trading card starts to come in. So you do get a head sketch by me. It's 6x9, and it's a little less actually than the first campaign because the size is a little smaller. Because this way I can fit them in a Gemini a lot easier.
Oh, okay.
But they're still of that commission quality that I tend to do. Like, here's a good example. I gotta find it here. No, that's not it. I opened up the littlest umbrella, case of the littlest umbrella. Now my here it is. All right. So, I'll do the Batman one. So, like, this is actually on a backing board, but like, it'll be like kind of this detailed, you know. It'll be a lot cleaner, but this was a sketch in microns, and the other ones will probably be pen and ink of my characters, not a Batman. They'll be, and also I might even add watercolor to them because they're 6x9. They're a little smaller, you know. So for $70, you get the book, you get the Absolute Cyborg all foil trading card, plus you get a head sketch, original artwork that's not in the book. Like, you could hang it up. So yeah, for $70. Let's put it this way: I sold book 2 variant and a head sketch on the last auction for $100. That's before I added more to it. So it went for, like, I think it went over $100 actually, for those 2. So you're going to get a great deal here.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was a good team effort. Yep, sure was.
Yeah. It's all about the team.
Mo and Frog G were the heroes there.
Whoa, Mo and Frog G are the heroes everywhere, even when they're not in a stream.
This looks dope.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope it is dope.
Yeah.
No, it is. I'm having a lot of fun.
Absolute one-off interior art.
Yeah, that's where because the first half of the book is digital, so I do a one-off print and I add live ink to it. So it is, you know, an actual, you know, there's some traditional on there, but it's still like, it's the page. Like, I don't add things to it. I just put some live ink down. But it's a one-off print. I won't ever print it again. And you also get, you know, you get the book, you get the side trading card, you get pretty much almost everything in the campaign. You get all 3 trading cards of the guest artists. You get a lot of stuff, man. And you get an original page. You really do. It's just not originally inked, is all it is. I'm never going to sell it again. And I had a couple people back the printed art in the last one, and yeah, that's done. I'm not going to even print. I'm not going to offer those pages anymore. So, like, if I only sell 5, those 5 will get printed. They'll be the best ones that I could find. After that, I'm not going to sell any more one-off prints from this book. So, you know, get them while you can.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got the absolute original interior art.
Yeah. Now this is the one where, like, it's 20% digital and then 80% mess and fun, and you get everything else in the campaign. I will, like I said, I'm going to pick some great pages. As a good example, let me see here. I can pull up. I actually sold on the last campaign. I sold this cover. It was a one-off print. I sold the Samurai Priest splash page. Yeah, so this got printed out. Someone got that one with some live ink on it. It was beautiful. And I also sold this splash page here. So I gave away some good pages. Like, I gave away splash pages, which are some of the most sought after pages, you know, that you can people want. They want splash pages. Those are I do still have the traditional pages, like of this guy here, because I didn't sell any traditional, and this one was a traditional page of the Anadi sitting in his chair.
Yeah.
So I didn't sell it. So maybe I'll put it up in an auction, but as of right now, I'm keeping that. That thing's cool. And the thing is with this one, actually, this one I actually did do that. I never noticed it before because I forgot. I did it in, because you can do blue line, but you can also do red line. And back then I was able to see the red a little better. So I actually did draw it out first in red line, in red pencil, and then I inked over it. So it actually does have red line on it. So if anybody had gotten that page, it's kind of rare that there's still a step process I now negate. But yeah, so when I print out pages as a one-off, I print out, there goes my cup, the best ones that I possibly can. Like, I look and I'm like, oh, this one's really good. Like, there's a couple panel ones that might have been really good to sell from the first book. I mean, you don't have to make me big. I guess you can. Like the battle scene here of them fighting all the, is that the right page?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one would have been kind of cool to give out. You know, they're fighting. There's another page of the colonel. or there's even this splash page here, another Samurai Priest page, you know. So like there's a couple other ones that were still pretty cool, but they didn't hit me. Like maybe even the final page, that would have been a cool one to print out, you know, of the general there, or the colonel, I mean. So yeah, but yeah, so on this one, anything that's one-off print of a page, I'm gonna pick the best one I can. That I think is beautiful, and that took me a lot of time. I know splash pages are very sought after. So, or if it's like the first appearance of somebody, maybe. But yeah, so I go for the cool stuff, and I give it to the fans. So yeah, so even in the 2080, I'm gonna pick out the coolest one I could possibly think of, and you know, if you back it, you're gonna get a cool one.
Sweet.
Yeah, and you get everything else in the campaign, by the way, if you back that original page tier.
Right on.
Yeah.
Here's where some of the extra fun stuff comes in. Where all the
sold out stuff.
Just the constant reminder of what I missed out on. But seriously, I love this part because, you know, it also reminds me not to drop the ball and keep closer tabs on campaigns.
Yeah, yeah, it's actually a good, like if you see certain tiers that you're like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool, you know, maybe I'll get it later, you may not be able to. So that's why when we say back it now, we mean back it now because you might miss out on something cool.
True.
Yeah.
So the Absolute sketch card.
Yeah, those are all sold out, huh?
Yep. Absolute Christopher John.
Yep, the Christopher John trading card sold, the original art.
Absolute Death Metal Hero.
Yep, traditional art sold. And they also got books. They got stuff with it, too. So, yeah.
Nice. Absolute Dan Plagle.
Yep, Dan Plagle's gone. These went quick, too, actually. They went pretty fast, so.
That's pretty exciting. Yeah. Become Affected. There were 2 openings.
Yeah, that's the Frog G and the Nefarious trading cards. Yeah.
Absolute original art cover.
Yep. So the cover to the regular cover art sold. Yeah.
Wow, cool. Absolute Maximize art cover.
Yep. Gone. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. I'm very like this campaign is definitely way outdone the other one. Like not in terms of backers and financially, but also just what got sold out. Like I don't think I sold too many of the pages stuff. That was all mainly just books and stuff like that. So this one is definitely it's been hit a home run, man.
Hey, I think it went up a backer.
Did it? Awesome. Hail, thank you.
Went up $30, I think. Sweet.
Nice. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy. I think you will. Will Perdomo, the writer of Black Flag Like This, Adam Lawson, the writer of Kill Journal and The 8, he really liked it. Shay, my editor, loves it. Luke, Death Metal Hero, he likes it. Rot 10 Glory, I don't know if anybody remembers him. He dug it. People seem to like the story, like not just the art. They do like the story, and it makes me so happy to hear that people are enjoying it.
Yeah, I can't ask for more than that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rot 10, go ahead. You were saying?
No, I was just going to say that it's the first book I ever wrote. I've never written a comic book before. Yeah.
Holy moly, that's awesome.
Yeah. No, I don't know about Rotten's whereabouts. No, he dropped off from the planet, and people have even checked like the hospitals in his area and like the morgue, like all that. Nobody can find him. Like, and that was like, you know, we really hope he's okay. Like, we just hope he's okay. That's all we want.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if he dropped off the grid. You know,
he might have.
One of the things.
Yeah. I really like this stuff.
Yeah. Did anyone buy the original alternate cover?
The original alternate cover? Oh, do you mean from the first book, this one? Or do you mean from this campaign? So far.
Oh, all right. Wait a minute. Oh, Yep, there it was. Gone.
Okay.
It's
I was gonna say
gone.
flow. Yeah. Yeah, it got snagged up.
All right. Hope he wasn't Clintonized. Clintoned. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's possible he just dropped off the grid for some reason. His streams I thought were doing really well. I don't know if he was under fire from like any SJWs or under attack from anybody, but that's where I met passion for drawing actually, and I think Ink Spots as well was on Rot 10. So yeah, I really liked his channel and his content. So and he's a good dude. I just hope he's all right. I really do.
It could also be one of those things where, you know, people need a break from social media.
It's been a long break, man.
Yeah.
He scheduled a live stream. I remember I was at work, and his was one of the few that I did watch at work because they were like pretty short, and the content was good. So I was like, oh, cool, Rotten's going to stream. So I pulled it up and it said, you know, Rotten will be live in 20 minutes or whatever. I'm like, okay, I closed it out. Check back in. And it's like, waiting on Rotten Glory. I'm like, okay. And just like 20 minutes went by. I'm like, what is going on? And then I would just check back. Sure enough, just kept saying that, waiting for Rotten Glory. And that was it. Never heard from him after that. So
Oh, gee.
Yeah. Like I said, and everybody that's like friends with him, like in the digital aspect, they've all tried hunting him down. Can't find him. I emailed him. I emailed him asking if he was okay. I emailed him asking about something else, and he backed the first book. So you know, I would assume he'd want the second one. But like I said, I mostly just want him to be all right. He's a nice dude. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I met a lot of cool people through there. So, but he liked the book, which made me flattered because he actually wrote stuff at Image. I think he wrote a couple things.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he did stuff for Image. And like I said, Frege likes it. You know, he thinks it's cool, and to me, that's a huge compliment because I'm a Frege fan. Yeah.
Sure.
So everybody that has read it, they enjoy it. So I'm really hoping that I understand you can't please everybody, but I'm just hoping that the people who back it at least like it. If they don't like the story, I hope you at least like the art. Then, if you don't like the art, I hope you at least like the story. You know, I hope something catches you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because this is just a labor of love. I love comics. You know, it's been part of my life for 30 plus years. So yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet that this surpassed the first campaign.
Yeah, man. I'm overwhelmed. It's really awesome.
Were you saying that Absolute 2 concluded the first story arc?
Yeah, it concludes like this story arc, like the old man and Danny fighting the aliens. So it's gonna wrap that up. The outcome, gotta find out, see what happens, because whether or not I'm gonna have more Absolute books, like there's gonna be a Samurai Priest one. I know everybody's hyped about that. Lord Crackhead, who by the way loved this book as well. Rick Saylor, like these are just fans and not creators. Rick Saylor, Lord Crackhead, George, I believe he backed it. He liked it from Leroy's chat. I think Amanda B backed it. She enjoyed it, I think, from what I remember. But yeah, fans have liked it. But it's going to wrap up this story arc. But there's characters in there like Samurai Priest. He's going to get like maybe a one shot. I don't know if Tabby's going to get a one shot. Let's see what happens. But there's even background characters. Let me find them. Mara's kind of interrogating people at the bay. There's background characters I've developed that I just really liked. Thought they were cool. I'm like, hey, they could be. Here we go. Oh, where are we? Oh, it's a couple pages before that. I don't even know how I wrote my own book. That is the massive battle sequence that I was insane about drawing. Yeah, there's a 26-page panel sequence, or 23 panel, something like that, 24. It's pretty wild. It still flows, but it looks great. I'm trying to find the panel where she goes into the bar. And it's taking me forever for some strange reason. Did I omit it from this issue? Where did it go? But she walks into the bar, and there's a bunch of like patrons staring at her.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, here we go. So, like, see down here, like I got this Native American chick. She's kind of cool looking. There's in the next page or whatever. There's like a dude in a suit of armor. There's this weird grimace looking dude with a bunch of eyes. He's kind of gnarly. I like him. You know, sometimes like keep that up. So I'm gonna show the other guy who I kind of like. He's kind of like a Garrison looking dude. Hold on one second. Yeah, right here. Show the right page. This one. This dude right here. Like this guy with the sword. He's got armor on. He's kind of cool. He's a big dude. I might do something with him in it. Maybe like a couple people from the bar. A couple of these patrons. This is actually based on a person I know. This guy way over here. When he saw it, he thought it was funny. Yeah. So there might even be, like, there's people like that. But there might also be a backstory of General Mara. There might actually be a backstory of the old man, you know, or a future story. I could develop these characters from this, kind of like Sin City. I want more character development and character building than world building. World building is very, it's a daunting task. You know, I applaud the people that do it. But I just kind of want to focus, because if you think about it, what city you live in, let's say you live in a city of 3,500 people, you don't know all of them, you know, so who knows what those people are doing, you know, in the same city. They could be living extravagant lives, or, you know, committing crimes, or being slight heroes. You never know. So I want to kind of just delve into more of that stuff, and I can still maintain that absolute logo, but it's like, you know, Sin City, you know, Samurai Priest, you know, Absolute Samurai Priest or something like that. So yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah. So this wraps up the main story arc of the introduction of a lot of characters. So.
All right, cool deal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good book. I had a lot of fun doing this.
Let's play the trailer once more, and probably a good time to wrap things up.
Yeah, I didn't realize how late it was.
Our heroes are captured and tortured for information, prodded and probed by the Omni Horde, who reveal the secrets of the Tumulti and secure their position as the ultimate species. Will they survive? Will the joining of two new heroes help them overthrow vicious Omni overlords? Will their heroics save the planet? Find out on the epic conclusion to Absolute.
Yeah, that's right to back it.
There we have it.
Oh. There we have it.
There we have it, friends.
That's right, friend.
All righty. Cool stuff. And you're keeping everyone updated on the updates tab. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did. I update when there's something important to update. So I did go a little bit of time in between updates from the last one, but I don't want to just update, be like, hey, finish the page. You know, it's like then you're just bombarding with updates. It's like, I better be finishing pages more than one a week.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like when there's like when I print up those coasters and get them, I'll probably post another update. Same thing. Maybe with the poster, I might be like, hey, I screwed up, got the right ones now, you know, or something like that. But key updates are what I kind of want to put in there. So. Yeah.
Gotcha. When do you think you'll be fulfilling?
My goal is to fulfill. I would love to do it by November. But my fulfillment date is set for January as worst case scenario. So.
Oh, all right.
I think once I can start hammering away at pages, if I can get at least 3 to 4 a week done, I could definitely fulfill by November. I don't see why I couldn't. Even if I slack a little bit here and there and do like 2 a week or something, once I definitely get more flow in, I'll be able to do that. Because the first half of it is done, just got to edit it. The second half, I got to draw it and then write it and then letter it, which the writing and lettering doesn't take as long, but it's just tedious. I don't like doing it. I might outsource that on the next campaign. Yeah, because I like, and if I do, it might be like Phil or Eric or somebody, you know, that I want to get quality on these things. You know, when I get people, I want to get good people. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so everybody back this book.
Yes.
Absolute book 2.
Back it now.
If you've already backed it, thank you so very much for the
Thank you
support.
again. And back it again. Get more
Yeah,
trading
back
cards.
it again. Back it multiple times. You know,
Back it
you've
multiple
got,
times, friend.
you know, you've got family and friends who would love
Yeah.
copies of this.
Yeah, it's better than food.
Book 1's gotten rave reviews. Book 2 will too.
I hope so. Shay loves it. Shay read the first half of it. She loves it. So yeah.
You only gave her the first half of it?
Yes, only the second half's not done.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe the entire script was done, but maybe half of the.
Oh no, because I write it as I go. I draw the whole thing first, and then I write it.
Oh wow! Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and back this book. Back it multiple times. Back it once. Back it twice. Back it 3 times a lady. If by chance you haven't had a chance to back it, be sure to do it while it's still in demand.
Mm-hmm.
And please consider sharing it to all your social media. Share the stream, share the campaign.
Yeah, and everybody, sub, like, and share WyzGyz Entertainment. Hit that little bell for notifications. The streaming king, and I don't say that out of blowing smoke up his butt. He is. I mean, WyzGyz is streaming almost constantly. You can find him on here. He's loyal. He's dedicated. He's a supporter of CG and the Fandom Menace. Support this channel, everybody.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome, sir.
I'm going to give you the floor. Would you share with the world how you can be found on social media?
Everyone can find me on the Twitters at UnhingedEnt. I do post a lot of artwork, and I try to share campaigns as well as my own. Go follow me on Unhinged Entertainment on YouTube. Over there, I do topic lists with Death Metal Hero. We switch back and forth between channels, so sub to him as well. So yeah, sub to Unhinged Entertainment on YouTube. I do things also like Test Your Might, where I do a half-hour free flow drawing. Sometimes it's live, sometimes it's a time lapse. I also am going to be having some guests on. I already had Luke, Death Metal Hero, and Dan Plagle on for Test Your Might, where they drew along with me. I'm going to be I asked Shelby Robertson, who did 94 Rage Talities War. He said he'd agree. Yeah, he agreed to it. Skip Edwards, he's going to be doing one.
Oh my
So I'm
God.
going to be. Yeah, I'm going to be. It's not a competition. It's just a fun, creative stream. Draw whatever comes to your mind in a half hour. Once it's done, it's done. So those are fun. Go check those out. And I'm kind of reading some books, trying to catch up on my CG books, read them, and just post my thoughts on them. They're not so much of a review as much as they are just. I mean, it's an opinion. So yeah. So I did one with Doom Fate. Check that one out. That one's good. I'm going to be doing more of those called My 2 Cents. So yeah, I'm putting content up here and there. I'm going to try to put more up as I go. But yes, definitely sub to me on Unhinged Entertainment on YouTube because, yeah, it's fun. But also, Instagram. I'm going to try to do more with my Instagram account. I've kind of been slacking. I'm just Jason Bascom on there. Bascom. Jason Bascom. You can always just, anywhere you look for me, look for this.
Nice.
And I don't change it. So that's branding. That's me. So look for Jason Bascom on Instagram. And you can see some of my artwork. I'm going to try to post more work in progress and stuff on there as well, and keep that more up to date. Yeah, and you know what? Back all these. Also, we're in demand. People like I'm in demand. You got a bunch of campaigns in demand. You can hold off a little. Like you can back me today. You know, maybe like in next month you can back this person. People tend to stay in demand for a while. I'm staying in demand until I ship out that last book. After that, done. but I'll be in demand for quite some time. So even if it's not me, you decide you want to back, you want to go back Black Flag, do that. Go back Black Flag, and next month back me. We gauge your finances. Don't break your bank, but give me money. So. No, I thank you everyone for backing and sharing everything out. This community's been fantastic. And thank you, WyzGyz.
Thank you. Mail call, 2 cents.
Yes, and mail calls. Yes, where I open up. I have the Alterna because you demanded it.
Oh my gosh, you did? I'm so jealous. I
It's right there.
campaign, I was out of money.
Yeah. So I got that. I got to open. Right there.
Oh,
yeah. I got to open that. I tend to want to get a couple packages in before I do a mail call stream, but mail call video. But yeah,
I usually do about 5. Wait for 5 to build up.
Yeah, I try to get what I can in. Once I see, like, if I see somebody like, hey, this is on its way, then I'll wait a little bit longer or something. And I think there's a couple books, but I'll hold off to it for a while if it gets to be too long open, because there's a lot of content in there anyway. But yeah, I like doing those. I like to try to make them entertaining and funny. Who wants to just sit there and watch me just be silent and opening things? That's kind of boring. But I try to talk and engage. So yeah.
You could probably do a single video on that alone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I don't get too much more or any more in the next week, I'll probably just open that sucker. Yeah, I was happy about that when I saw it. I'm like, ooh.
Welcome, Oliver from 656.
Hey, everyone. All right. Here's what I want you to do. Yes, I do want you to back me, but first, the Cryptinals is only going to be on for what? 2 more days? 2 more days? They're closing it, I think, after that. So go back to Cryptinals, everybody. Go check out 656. They're great guys, great talent. They put out Escape or Die, Undead Border, Escape or Die. It was a great, looking book. I haven't read it yet. I'm sorry, guys. It's a long book. But they put out quality, they put out content, and they put out fun. They're passionate. Go back this. I call them the evil just out of fun because, it's just a little fun numbers game. And I know they're good in spirit. So, we can dish it out and have fun. But back them. If you put off backing me for the month because of it, cool. I'm fine with it. I'll be in demand. I think they're taking it down. So go back the Cryptinals. I know this was about Absolute, but Oliver's great talent. Dario's amazing. They're just great guys. I can't speak highly enough about 656 and everything that they are embody about comics and the community itself. So, yeah. So hail Oliver, hail 656.
Yeah, this
book's beautiful.
Hella good people.
This book is beautiful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Silver, I got mine too. So many comics.
Yeah. Awesome.
Whoops. We are the evil.
They are the evil. Yes. They. You know what? I did okay competing against them because there's 60 of them. So there's so many of them. They could all be on different streams promoting and stuff. And plus they have a great book also. So it helps. They did awesome, man. I think they're almost at 12K.
Yeah.
And I actually do plan on, I know I only have a couple days. I got to get that featured tier because it has everything in it almost. So I got to get that. I only backed to 1 book. But I was like, man, these are all too good. I got to get them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, yeah. We had fun. It was a good time. It was a worthy competitor. So it's like, yeah. I love these guys. They're great. And sub to them also. They have a channel, 656 Comics on YouTube.
Heck yeah. Man, this campaign is doing well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I think they have 3 days or what?
It says 3 days.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I think they close out in 3 days. I don't think they're going in demand. Now, Oliver, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're going in demand, then, hey, they back my book now. They could wait on yours. But, yeah.
Just watch them on Death Curse. We love you too, Jason.
I'm going to say they're ending it, so go back them, and then back me. Or back me and then back them. It's your life. I'm not here to tell you how to live it.
Are you though?
But back me. Back me. It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm known for promoting other people over me. I promote Goblin Girl, I think, more than I promote my own campaign. But
Jason, you gotta promote Absolute Book too. What's wrong with you?
you know, it's out there. I will say this. The Kryptonals do not have a nice, shiny Absolute Cyborg trading card. Look at that.
They're gonna remedy that and make one.
They probably will. They have the tapes. They don't need to copy me. So pretty. Look at now. Hypnotized by the boobage. Yes. Robot boobage. Cyborg boobage, not robot.
We are going in demand, but the variant covers are going away. But
that's what it is. All right. All right. Well, then everybody go back that the variant covers, and then back me twice.
That's a cool card. I love the art.
Thanks, Oliver, man. I appreciate it. I drew that one, so thank you. And I colored it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you like the Frog G card? I didn't color that one, but I drew it. There you go. Frog G.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, this one was fun, man. I was like, when I sent him this, I was like, yeah, I drew this. This is really cool what I drew. When I got it back, I'm like, that is so awesome. Like, that's a profession. That's something that belongs in the big tube in the 90s, you know, or like Image in early 90s. Like that when I saw that, I'm like, that's professional levels. He just killed.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely.
Go back to my campaign. Screw this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey, get out of this one. What's this thing? Nobody wants to back the Kryptonals. You want to back Absolute Book 2, friend?
There we go.
There you go.
We're on the correct.
And like even if you back the $15, the regular cover, you get a lot of content. You get what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trading cards guaranteed. You're gonna get a bar coaster. You're gonna get a wall cling, or window cling. You're gonna get stickers. You're gonna get a lot for just $25 because that includes the shipping. So with $25, you can get a lot of content. And who knows? You might even get a little sketch in there. You never know. You might get some. Hey, I had this for like 7 years. You can have it. I do. I'm known to do that.
That's true. I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So yeah, it's not a guarantee, but it might happen. So you know, like I said, I'm all about the fans because, like I say all the time, to me, I model like if you go to a Pantera concert, or if you went to one, they thank the fans like all the time because they know that's what makes them income. That's what they are about. Elvis, he yelled at his brother who told his fans to be quiet one time. He told us because he's sleeping. His brother yelled at his fans. I think he almost fired him because of it. He's like, you don't ever yell at those people. He's like, they pay my salary, they pay your salary. We are here because of them. And that's the way I view this. I'm here because I want to put out a great comic, but I'm here also because I want to give you a great comic, and it's for you. So I love it, man. This is fun stuff.
Yeah, indeed. I'm trying to come up with other adjectives so I don't keep overusing absolute.
No, say absolute. Say it now. Say it often. Brainwash them. Back it. Absolutely, absolute.
I want the Frog G card.
Well, back.
Did Frog G buy the original art for the Frog G card?
Yes. He bought it by backing that tier where he became affected. So he created the character. So like he became affected. He created the character. I drew it. I sent it to him. The preliminary sketch. I was like, "What do you think?" It's like, "Cool." I tightened it up. I sent it to him. "What do you think?" "Cool. Can you put a wrench in there though? Because I'm an idiot and I didn't think of it." So I put a wrench in. I'm like, "Done." I sent it to him. He's like, "I love it." So I'm like, cool, man, gonna send it to ink. So like he was there in the process, much like Nefarious, whose card isn't up yet, except for the line art and the updates. The same thing. He gave me a couple concepts. It's not that I didn't like them. I just thought I could do more. So I sent back the dragon concept. He loved it. I sent him back the thing, and then I sent him back a tighter version of it. And he's like, I like that you have the Cyber Frog art, but I want more of your art on there. I listened. I put his artwork on there. They kind of, I designed it, but they designed the character and had more say in it and everything like that. So yeah, there's probably going to be a little pixelated, but there's the Nefarious line art. It's just as detailed as Frog G, only this one I put background in. And Matt Yackey sent me the prelims for the colors. It looks beautiful. He's going to do it up, and it's going to be great. So, unless those were the actual colors, then I might be a little upset. But they're a little bit outside the lines. But yeah, no, this is going to be a great one too. Inkspot's definitely brought his A game. Yeah. So Yackey I know delivers. So it's going to be a good card, and everyone's going to get this as well. So you're going to get, and Nefarious has got this original art because he backed that tier. So, but when you do, you're creating the card in a way because you're approving the steps. It's like you're the writer or you're the editor, and I'm like, hey, does this look cool? If you're like, no, I want him to have a goose head. Oh, okay, weird, but fine. Like he could have been like, hey, have a human head, dragon body. Fine, we'll do it up. You're the editor whenever I did these. So like I just drew what I thought was cool. So yeah. So we did embellish a little bit. I did alter some ideas, but I sent it to him to verify, to make sure it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets the card. He gets the original art.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Oliver says, go back absolute, but just a little, though.
It works, back me a little or back them not at all. It's fine. Whatever works.
I need a job to get cryptonals. You need that room cleaned?
Actually, yes. Come on over. Help me bag and board some books, too. Yeah.
I thought he was just a great mod.
Oh, Frog. Well, yeah, he is. But he backed that tier.
It's been rough for me, Oliver. 3 months. Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Then argued with my boss about my machine. They broke it while I was out. He tried fixing it with the sledge.
That's the right way to fix machines.
What?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Jason revealed earlier that there's a little Easter egg here on the trading card. Because Nefarious is a collector, this cage back here is, oh my gosh, I just noticed this part too. It's got Dan Frege in the bunny suit. It's got John Malin in his Graveyard Shift logo and his beanie. It's got Cecil in the back, and it's got Shane Davis peeking out the top.
Yeah, and on the side of the cage is also their logos.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I just caught that.
Yeah.
So you got Black Flag, you got 9 Lives, you got Graveyard Shift. Is that really Cecil's logo? What is his logo? I forget.
I don't even know. I took it from something.
Okay.
I don't know where I got it from, but sure.
I wasn't sure if it was a logo or like a lock to that.
I might have. I took it from somewhere. I think I can't remember.
That's still pretty funny. Do they all know that they're in this?
No.
I
mean, I wanted to put in creators that you could maybe tell EVS, but Frege stands out with that bunny suit. Malin with that, cholo hat pulled down look.
Yeah.
Cecil obviously, and Shane Davis is tall with the. I'm like, they just fit, I mean, I guess maybe me with the beard, but I wanted to put high, like the higher ups in there. So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody's gonna get that card too. You know, so you get a lot of content when you back just the $15 tier.
Life happens. I'll bounce back. Just crappy timing for Graveyard Shift 3 and Cryptid Nulls.
Yep. And Absolute Book 2 again.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Every time you back Cryptinals, back Absolute twice.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Keeps things on like even keel, you know.
That's a novel concept.
Yeah, it is, you know. I'm just trying to help out 6x6, you know.
Absolutely. Indeed.
Indeed.
One more look-see over.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm having a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
And you said you mirrored this campaign off the first one.
Yep.
Was it like a stroke of luck that the tiers on the original campaign worked as well as you had hoped?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, like the $15 like regular book cost. I mean, that just makes sense to me, because of it's black and white. You know, it doesn't matter on the page count. The paper quality is still really good. It's actually more expensive to print a matte cover than it is a gloss cover. So I'm actually costing a little bit more money there, but I'm saving money from color on the interiors. So so the $15 tier is just, you know, you kind of have to do that. And to me, bumping up the variant cover, because it's a lower print run, you want to bump that up a little bit, but not too much. You know, you don't want to have it be unaffordable. Stuff like that. And like, Malin did harp on me a little bit about the feature tier not having the, like, he's given his criticism, his positive criticism. He would have liked to have seen book 1 included in the featured tier, but it's an add-on, so it's not like it's not there.
Right.
He just would have liked to see it in one nice little bundle, and I don't blame him. It makes sense. And I could have had that as the featured tier, and then done the combo, have this price, but just not be a featured tier. I could have done that, and I didn't think of it at the time. So it was some good advice on Malin's part, and he ain't the coach for no reason. So, yeah, I try to listen to him whenever he gives advice.
Yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong, but when Malin does those promotional streams, he's got like 2 versions now, right? One where he'll have you on if you're presently in pre-launch, and when you're building your mailing list, and then another one for when you're actively funding.
Yep.
But there isn't a third one where he's where you're in demand, is there?
No, he just does. He does pre-launch and he does funding, or he does currently in the work, in the 60 days. He does not do in demand, but for obvious reasons. If you're in demand, you've made your goal. You could get more money, yeah, but he's trying to get these people funded. He's trying to help out. I don't like calling myself a lower creator because, I mean, I think my artwork and story and everything is on par with some some of the stuff, like even in the indie, like Dark Horse or Image and stuff like that. I think it's on par. I think it blows away Marvel, but lower as in just not known. So he's trying to help out the lower creators who don't have like the 4,000 YouTube subs, and stuff like that. So he's he does work. He really helps out for CG. Malin is CG to the core.
Oh, yeah.
And he's all about good books getting out there, people getting funded, people doing what they want to do, and getting the fans content they want to read. So that's why it's just stuff that's currently in. You know, if you're in demand, you made your goal, your book's going to go. Your book's good. If you make more money on top of that, hey, cool. But time to put in, like he says, time to grab an oar, you know, do your part, you know, then build on it, do more, you know, do more. So, yeah, I've been on his show a few times and I boomered every single time. So I feel bad because I always try to be so professional on his show. Frega's, I could go on Frega's and I could like make mistakes and like belch or have like things fall from the ceiling, and Frega won't really be like, what was going on? Like he's more laid back, and that's just because that's just his personality. Malin is more professional, and I don't say Frega's not professional, but you know what I mean. Like he's more strict, and I get it. You know, he's trying to. Hey man, we're pushing books, we're pushing creators. You know, so it's a little more. And I'm like you said, organized chaos, man. I'm organized chaos to the T. I boomer. I do things that are just, I highlight comments 4 times. It's the same one. I butcher things, but it ends up being fun, and the train wreck is fun to watch. So yeah. So I tell everybody, man, Malin might be a very headstrong person. He might come off as crass. Some people might find him as being rude. I like it. You need somebody like that out there. I want somebody like that out there because he's going to fight for us.
That's true.
I respect Malin to the core.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Well put. Fear of missing out or artificial scarcity on his books leaves more room for other creators and pushes up his value.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the variant cover, like I even sold like the variant with the original sketch at a higher price than I had in the campaign, and that had more stuff with it. So it actually, yeah, if you miss out and stuff like that, it's gonna go up in value, not just from a collector standpoint, but from the creator standpoint. Like I only have so many of these, and I'm not gonna just let them go. The people who are backing now are backing at the cost. It's no different than, you know, a seasonal event at something or something like that. You're backing now. It's like a regular comic back in the 90s or 80s. You got a comic back then. You bought it new. A few years later, if you wanted it again, you got to pay a little more. You know, it's just the nature of the beast.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Eric. Get
Yo, later, Eric, man. Thanks for sticking around.
I am out of here. I thought you were Iron Man for a minute there. Night, Eric. Later, Eric. Yeah, that was. Yep. Agree with all of that. Yeah, we got something really special, really amazing here. This, you know, some people don't like the term community, but I still like it.
I mean, it is, and I understand, like, it's no different than saying, you know, Marvel fans is a community of Marvel fans. Like it's the same thing, you know. It's a community of indie fans. Like you call it CG, but there's plenty of CG adjacent creators that are in Indiegogo putting out books not just like mine, but you know what I mean. Like they're great art, great story. They don't like what Marvel's doing. It's just. They just don't say they're CG because unfortunately there is that stigma that comes with it that is a misnomer. Right. And I don't blame them for it. You don't have to be CG. You know, you don't have to say you're Comicsgate. If you are, cool. I'm Comicsgate. I don't care. I'll say it all day. But I hang out with plenty of people that aren't. I hang out with Shay inside. They promoted Kickstarter campaigns. Frega promoted his friend who is going to have a Kickstarter book. It's about great content. Mm-hmm. It's about quality. Mm-hmm. And that's what it should be. We should, like Malin says, we should be selling books better than the mainstream because the mainstream is garbage anyway. We should be outdoing the mainstream. So you put out your best stuff. Guess what? It may not be your best stuff next week. It may not be your best stuff next year, but it's your best stuff now. Make it your best stuff. Make it good. You know, if you don't like it, let's say like this, if I go back and I'm like, wow, I hate that panel, I better redraw that panel because that's not my best stuff. Now, if I publish it, it's my best stuff at the time and I'm happy with it. So, and that's what it should be. It shouldn't be the agendas, the bashing, the check boxes. It should just be a comic book. That's all mine is. It's just a comic book. It's a story about overthrowing some aliens, like really, that took over the planet. That's a fun little story, you know. I mean, it's got character growth. You have people learning to trust each other. You have they have weaknesses. They have strengths. They have some of them have some issues. You know, some of them have religious beliefs. But nothing is being forced to tell you to do anything. I'm not like saying, hey, these guys are Republican. This is what they stand for. No. You're reading a story about some people overthrowing some aliens and learning about themselves and each other. That's it. It's fun. Make it fun.
No,
you
yeah.
know?
Here's a good question. Any plans for cons, Jason?
Yes. I would love to do cons once they. We're in Ohio. I don't know when they plan on coming back. I can't drive, so I do have to have a family member drive me, which is now my mom, which she does anyway. She's a huge supporter of mine. She's been there throughout thick and thin, and she's a trooper. So she's usually at the conventions with me, helping me out because I can't see too well. So once they kick back up, hopefully I can hit out some cons out of state. I would love to do Fans Fest. If it happens, I hope it happens. I will do that if it comes. I gotta, reserve my spot, so to speak. But and then like I said, I'll be selling this at cons. The variant cover. I will probably still have some regular covers too, but the variant cover is only exclusive to those. So I think people might want that a little more. But I definitely want to do cons, man. I love the interaction. I love meeting the fans. I love meeting people. I've had people stop at my table. I'll talk with them, I'll doodle. They'll ask me about other comic characters and stuff. They don't even buy anything. It's still a fun time.
Yeah.
I still love it. It's just fantastic seeing the enthusiasm for like these comics and these characters. It's fantastic. The characters that I loved, like as a kid, and in my 20s and some of my 30s, and not so much my 40s, but I'm in my early 40s anyway. But it's. Like I love Batman. I love Spider-Man. I love the Joker. I love drawing these characters. I love the history of them. And even though they're tainted a little bit, I still like what they were. That's why I still collect. I like what they were, and I do have faith that one day we'll get back to some cool content.
Yeah. From what I'm hearing, it seems like there are conventions out of state that have been going on. Mm-hmm. So that's promising. And things like concerts are coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another good thing. I don't know for sure because I don't really stay on top of this, but I think in Ohio we've got, what is it called?
Well, they had there's the Ohio Comic Con. There was that. I think Columbus. I think it was in Columbus, wasn't it? I can't remember, but we had one up here where I'm from called the Lake Effect Comic Con. It took place like in around the area. But that was like a comic book going, or my LCS kind of ran it. So I don't know if he plans on doing it next year or this year even. So
we've got this one, which is a horror one.
Horror Hound,
yeah. So that's going to be over here in the Cincinnati area.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they do comics though.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I don't either.
Like I don't know if they have just like I mean I have other art that is pretty horror based, even though I don't really watch horror, so that's kind of why I wouldn't fit in too much. But so I don't know if they have booths for the stuff like that. But I know plenty of cons in like my local area that are like less than an hour of driving distance that used to happen, and I can always do them if they happen again. But I would like to hit up. I really wanted to do New York Comic Con back when it was good. I also need to meet Sam Keith because I need his signature on a comic. I have Darker Image, black and white. It's signed by Rob Liefeld and Jim Lee. I just need Sam Keith's. So yeah, and then it'll be complete. So, but he's been at the New York one a few times. There's the Philadelphia one that used to happen. I know Frigg has been at that one a bit. There's also the Chicago Comic Con that used to happen. Like all of these used to be popular, but once again, they were big back when comics were big. So I don't know if they're going to continue.
And as for the Fans Fest, I caught a replay of one of EVS's streams, and he was remarking that as soon as he gets more of this fulfillment done for warts and all, and more of the Wreck Planet sent out, the figures, the Salamandroid and Cyberfrog figures, then he's going to put a lot of a chunk of his energy towards the convention. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
One of the main goals is to make sure that it's during a time where people don't have to wear those stupid masks.
Right. I do remember him talking about that, and he's got a lot on his plate, man. I don't fault him for delaying it. Like because of what happened, he had no choice. So even if he delays it another year, you can't fault the man. Look at everything that he's doing.
Yeah.
Poor Ethan's, giant heart. It's gonna overdo itself one day. He's just got a lot on his plate, and he's definitely all about the fans. Like, even though he's been putting back Fans Fest, but he's been putting it back for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So and he wants to do it. He's all about the fans just based on the stuff he's put out as far as content and quality.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't get my Salamandroid until because I backed the executive suite case thing, so I won't get mine yet. But I've seen them. Man, those look beautiful.
Oh yeah, I've seen them on screen.
That's quality, man.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Like he got put over the grinder for those coins, those frog coins or whatever. It's like, man, that was obviously a mistake, you idiots. It's like, look at the quality that he puts out. You mean to tell me he would willingly, knowingly swindle people or whatever? No. You just read between the lines. That's all you got to do. Look at what he's really doing. People are morons.
I still love the Rubicoin.
I wish I'd backed it. I didn't even know about it. Yeah.
I actually did get it.
So, oh, did you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It had the really nice case and everything.
Yeah.
Like a velvet feel.
Yeah, it looks like he actually cared. That looks like he actually cared.
It looks super fancy. They look cool.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm not going to dip them in mayonnaise. So
yeah. Well, that's okay. We all try to take after that. Like, even these foil cards and stuff like that, they're not cheap, man. And I am not going to make money back on that at all. Like, I'm eating that money up because I'm not going to be selling as many as I should in order to justify paying for them. But guess what? I don't care. They look cool. Yeah. And I think the fans like them. So
I do.
Yeah, exactly, man. So that's Ethan's motto. I mean, yeah, he wants to make money on it, without a doubt. But he wants them to be high quality.
Yeah.
Like, he wants the fans to have quality, and you can tell. So it does get on me when people go after him about trying to, rip off fans and stuff. When it's like, that guy is nothing but about fans. Like, he knows without the fans, he wouldn't be sitting where he is. Like, he knows it, and that's what you gotta love that.
Oh, sure, absolutely. If you haven't improved between Absolute 1 and Absolute 10, something is wrong somewhere.
Yeah, hey, man, the way I see it, even when you mess up, you're improving. You improve every day. Stylistically, between Absolute 1 and Absolute 10, the style will probably change. But as long as these are cohesive enough that they flow, that's fine. I think the over doing of some of the line art, I think people will appreciate more than it'll hinder me. And if you look at book 1, you can even see me adding more and more as I go, because it's just slowly creeping through. But I still have those heavy shadows and stuff like that. And there's a cool page up there. So yeah. All those troopers down there. So this is loosely based off a little bit of the stormtroopers.
Yep.
With the white suits and the black,
I can see that.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's the colonel right there. Yeah. You get to learn more about him in book 2. So, yeah. That's a cool page. But yeah, like styles, like I do tend to a little more heavy-handed now in the detail. I can't help it. I have fun doing it.
Yeah, it's a passion. You gotta have.
Yeah, I got it, man.
Yeah.
I have fun either way. It's hard for me to hold back, like, and just not do all that detail. I still do it. You know, I still have those panels in there, like these still scenes of the one that I'm doing now with the splash page of the samurai and Tabby, the little girl. It's not going to be as heavy in detail. It'll still have the detail in there, but it probably won't be as heavy because it's not a gritty action sequence. So yeah.
Yeah, by Absolute 10, it'll probably look like manga.
Oh, no. I don't know about that. I mean, it'll still be me. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Look at Liefeld, that Captain Chesty America, and now his issue of Snake Eyes, massive improvement over.
Yeah, he's improved drastically. Yeah, and I mean, it's not just the chest on that Captain America. The funny thing was, I guess he took it from a Conan pose where he's standing like this with his sword. But the thing is, he's standing in a 3/4 way. He's not standing to the side. Like, you can still see his other chest, yes, but you could see both of his arms, so you could tell like why his other chest is prominent because it's pulling up on his arm. Also, he has Captain America's shield like all the way up here. Like, it's almost by his shoulder. Like, either Captain America has some insanely small forearm, or that shield just goes all the way up for some reason. So yeah, there's plenty of issues with that Cap piece, and I guess it was supposed to be a promo piece that was never supposed to go out, or something. I heard a bunch of rumors, but it's just bad. You can look up a lot of things as to like, you could just look at examples from back in the day. It's just like, wow, this is just, the continuity here does not flow. The fingers are on the wrong side. But you also got to look at it as these guys were supposed to be pumping out this high quality, intense artwork monthly. So, you know, you had ghost artists fill in there too. So, you know, things might have been different in continuity a little bit. And not only that, they're going to forget, hey, this patch was on the other side, not this side. They're going to forget, and they don't have time to go back and look. They got to draw a page a day, and it just gets daunting at that detail. So I can defend him in that regard. I'm not, it's no secret, I'm not the biggest Liefeld fan. I like his creativity. I like his determination when it comes to that. And I know he just like, hey, this is just Spider-Man in a different costume, and also, what's his face, Deathstroke. You know, like Deadpool is pretty much that, Spider-Man and Deathstroke combined. But it's still a fun character, you know. So yeah, I don't know his style though. I love the dynamic of Liefeld. He does very dynamic stuff. Mm-hmm. Some of the choices, sometimes the inker saves him. You know, Frigg is great over him, and I still say that New Mutants '87, McFarlane really made that piece happen. I know Liefeld hated the fact that he changed a lot of stuff, but I thought it was a beautiful piece. Yeah. I don't bash Liefeld if there's Liefeld fans like on the panel, though. I'll let them have their hero. You know, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to do cons with face masks on. Yeah, me either. How do we go drinking with Happy Harry if we got muzzle gags on?
Oh, you know what you do? You just have like a straw built into the mask, into like a cup. That way they could just, like with a little hole, they could fill the hole with alcohol. You could drink it through the straw, through your mask.
Or you wear one of those classic little helmets that it looks like a baseball helmet, and it's got all the little holes.
Have the tubes just go straight through the...
Yep.
Yep. Or you just don't wear a mask.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. They're not mandatory.
Well, I personally identify as a vaccinated person. So.
Well, I was vaccinated too.
Well, I have.
You identify as one? That's fine too.
Yeah.
You can do that too. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, man. You can identify whatever you want.
A zippy cup.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. All right. This was awesome.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun, man. I always have a good time.
You always knock it out of the park.
As well as you. You got the questions, sir.
Shucks. Yeah, so let's call it a night. Wanted to. Oh, you shared your social media. Everyone by now probably knows. Just check out literally any one of my streams and you'll see it in the description.
Yep. Well, just also look for Unhinged Entertainment or Unhinged Ent, and you'll find me.
There you go.
Look for this. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The logo.
The logo.
And all logos.
And more.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. Mark the bell for notifications. And mark all notifications so you make sure you don't miss a single video or stream.
Yep.
Don't forget to back Absolute Book 2. Back it once, back it twice, back it 3 times a lady. I want to thank everyone in chat. You guys are awesome.
Hail the chat.
We had a pretty consistent number this time around. And,
nice.
Throughout the entire stream, in fact.
Awesome, man. That makes me happy.
And thanks to, yeah, me too. I think I'm at 367.
Oh, wow. Really?
So I'm slowly creeping up.
Nice, man.
According to that one website, I forget what it is now, Social Blade, I think it's predicting it'll be about somewhere between 1 and 3 years for me to hit, be eligible for monetization.
Hey, man, that's cool. I remember when you were at like hit 200.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Nice, man. You're doing well.
I forgot to do a 300 sub.
That's fine. Do a 350.
I might do well, I'm at 367. So
do a 370.
I was at 367 and then I dropped back to 366.
Yeah, mine teeters all the time too.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks to everyone in chat. You guys are freaking awesome.
Yeah, hail the chat.
Thanks to everyone who watches this on replay. And let's see. Did I miss anything? Peace. Thumbs up. Later, fellas. Have a good night.
Yep.
And we shall see you on the next stream. Bye.
Final guest is the only person below White Holiday in the Comicsgate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sameti. The YouTube sensation. WyzGyz. How you doing, Conrad? Welcome to the show.